job request to join with the Elusive Seeker as a member of its crew. From your understanding, this was a... what's the word I'm thinking? I'm so glad this is recorded and not live. I don't know. It's like a... so it's the job you're going on. It's worded in such a way that it's not... You're not going out to find buried treasure, but it's a more like scientific way of saying that. Lost relics. Archaeologist. That's what it is. Wait. You're on yes. You're on an archaeological
We're a bunch
expedition.
of nerds.
You guys are on an archaeological expedition.
That was happening?
Yes, that's what you were hired for. Most of you.
Oh, technically.
Most of you accepted a job to either help crew this ship or be a part of this archaeological dig.
Right.
You've each heard rumor as you've accepted this job, or you've either heard things or discovered things about either the crew, the ship, or something else about this journey you're going to be taking. And these are the rumors that are in your handouts. Currently, you've made your way to a port satellite. Here we go.
Ooh.
And this,
nice.
It's a small satellite that space is probably about enough to hold 12 to 18 ships. Depending on their size, it could hold potentially more, but not many more. It's pretty well known as a port where people come to board, where like new crews are found and hired. And this was your determined meeting place from the captain of the Elusive Seeker. So, move our tokens. You guys are going to be starting here in the central bay. The central bay, obviously, the squares are not 5 foot by 5 foot. It's not a...
Right.
1 square does not equal 5 feet in this model.
Every square is a mile long.
Every square is probably 50-ish feet, maybe. Maybe not quite that much, but probably close to it, actually, thinking about how big the ship is. And you've been given a brief description of the Elusive Seeker, that it's a squid model.
Now, is it
Spaceship.
elusive or elusive?
Elusive.
Elusive. I see.
With an I. The
Ooh,
Elusive
sick.
Seeker. Elusive. Elusive.
No,
It's an
it's
eel.
supposed to be like illusionary.
Illusionary.
You know,
Illusory.
Elusiveness.
Yeah, like the School of Magic.
Like that.
Yeah.
Here I thought it was just like an eel, you know.
Squid-like for an eel.
Well,
No.
the individual parts
Multiple.
of it are
Oh.
eel-like.
Maybe it should be called the Inclusive Seeker.
Inclusive.
Ah.
As of this point, the Elusive Seeker is pretty not well known as a ship. It hasn't done anything notably miraculous yet, but maybe that'll change in the next few weeks of travel. Maybe not quite that long. You don't know how far your destination is. But as you are all in the bay, you are met by the captain of the ship.
Oh, also, I can't see Allora's token.
I'll have to drag it out.
There we go.
You have access?
Yep.
Cool. Coming off the ship, you guys see a half-orc who resembles who you expected to be meeting here. But he approaches. You're all kind of in the meeting place that was already decided. Figure out how he talks. All right.
I know how that is.
I know. It's like,
What voice?
like which one is he? This one. Now, howdy, y'all. My name is Captain Soragal, and I will be captaining the trek to the ruins of Captain Creaves. From my understanding, you all accepted this job, and he gives a look over.
Guilty as charged, a brass dragonborn says, who quickly just has a flask, takes a sip, then attaches it to her belt. Anything else I should know before I find a spot on board?
Right this way. And he'll lead you guys towards the ship. As you approach, you see a red, squid-like shaped ship based off of the likeness of a squid. It doesn't look like much. It looks like it's a little under repair, but it runs. And how about you guys make a history check for me?
Absolutely, I will.
Actually, Arcana.
Oh.
Make an Arcana check.
I was gonna say, yeah, like, oh, I don't
Sky.
have any bonuses.
Man.
Yes. I'm aware
Sky.
of your...
The first roll! Arcana, you said.
Sorry, Sky. I'm still. My background is I'm not actually with this
Yeah,
group,
yeah,
am I? Yeah.
You're
okay,
not.
cool.
Yep.
What did I get?
Oh, I got an 11.
And there's a way to toggle on your Roll20 sheet whether you have advantage on all the time or not. You can. It's in the
Best.
character sheet settings. And you can make it so it's like a button where you can click advantage, normal, or disadvantage, and it's kind of convenient that way. So it's not always
Okay.
advantage.
Where do you find that?
For these, we'll take the first roll.
There's like it's purpley. It's right underneath your class, your level, and stuff like that. You just hit that, and there should be.
Yeah, I found it.
And on the
Man,
it's in the
there's so
right
many
column, I
options.
think. I think in the right
So
column
many.
it says.
Yeah, right column.
Yeah.
There's
Roll
an
queries.
option called roll queries. And
Yeah,
you change that to query advantage, right?
Yeah.
Julio. But I guess we're going with the first option, hopefully.
Okay. Bryson. I guess your character's name is. Let
Zoreth.
me double check. Zoreth.
That's right.
As you inspect the ship, you identify it as a Spelljammer, or as being piloted by a Spelljammer. And what that means is that its steering is done magically, rather than having like being steered with a hull, the like all of those mechanics. It's a mage is who heads it.
Yes. A spelljammer, I see.
You got quite the eye then.
I've seen a few of these in my time.
Few? Well, this one's unique. And
Well,
it's
no
doesn't matter to
offense
me.
intended. No offense intended, but it looks like it's going to. Looks like it's seen better days.
I mean, everything has, but you'll see. This thing's seen worse and come out better. And with that, there's a ramp. The middle section kind of opens, and a ramp drops for you guys to climb aboard.
Nice.
I'll
Is it a slow ramp or is it like?
Like, I don't know. It extends.
Captain. What again? What was his name?
Sorgal.
I'll walk up to him. Captain Zoreth, I was aware that in being an archaeological adventure that you needed a chef to help manage the situation on board. I was wondering, is there quarters for someone who'd be working on this vessel? Also, what are the conditions in the kitchen? Is there a place for me to work?
We'll give you a proper tour of what we've got available.
Thank you. See you on board, and I'll walk aboard.
When you guys can board. The port itself is very busy. It's almost all of the docking stations are in use, and then there's just a big hustle and bustle of individuals of all sorts of heritages and.
That was on the port, right? As we move onto the ship.
Yes, that's
It
on
just
the port.
becomes-
The ship, as you board, you guys are starting on this middle level where the captain is.
There I am.
Donut, if you want to move your character in the same section with the kobold character.
That's the one at the top, isn't it?
Right here. He's behind a wall.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are in this room. Make sure you're not passing this wall.
We're sitting out here with just us and the captain.
At the moment,
Okay. How clean is the ship?
I was
How
about to
clean?
ask.
Fine.
it's not filthy. Like, it's
Not filthy.
tidy, but it's more worse for wear. Like, there's a little bit of places of damage. Like, you can
Smells
see
slightly of
floorboards
sweet.
that
Yeah, I was
have...
about to ask, what's the smell like?
Are you sure this thing is space-worthy?
Anyone brought any salt and pepper?
Well, hopefully this ship fares better than the last one I was on.
Why? What happened to the last ship you were on?
Oh, just spacey things. I worked as a chef on a vessel called the SkyNewt. It's supposed to be the unbreachable, the most unbreachable ship in all the realms. But...
No, I've heard of that ship. Complete clusterfuck.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Complete clusterfuck. Bashed into an asteroid.
Oh yes, apparently the captain saw a nebula in the distance and said, "Oh, what's that?" And then asteroid. And, well,
I heard that there's also an expedition to. Well, there's apparently an expedition. Some idiot is taking a whole bunch of rich people to see the remains of the SkyNewt. And
I know. It's a tragedy. Why go to a wreckage where it's just You know what it is? It's disrespectful.
It's people with too much wealth and time on their hands. That's what it is. And she takes a swig out of her flask, reattaches it to her hip.
Maybe it'll teach them all something.
I mean,
no, I assure you, that's not going to happen here on the Elusive Seeker.
You say so.
Yes, Captain.
Before we take off, there's some notable crew members I feel you should familiar yourselves with at least. Let me go fetch our pilot, and he kind of disappears through the door, and it's hushed tones, but it sounds frustrated, the conversation. Donut, you can hear it's something along the lines of, you hear a woman's voice talking about how they don't want to go out and meet these new recruits, like it's a waste of time. Eventually, through enough, after some persuasion on the captain's part, a half-elven woman comes from what you assume to be the pilot's quarters. Hello everyone, it's a pleasure. My name is Madame Lustar, and I will be your pilot. If you need anything, do not ask me as the captain, because that is not my job.
How long have you been piloting for?
I could have sworn that was one of the things we asked not to do.
She looks you up and down. Long enough.
Long enough.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I will chart our course. And she'll come nod at you all, and move back into the pilot's quarters. Now, she might take a second to warm up to you, but she really is the best. But just a little difficult to get along with. We got our navigator, and you see coming from above deck a plasmoid. We call him Squirt. He doesn't talk. He speaks ASL, and you see the words "hello" appear on his hand, just form.
American Sign Language. What's that?
Oh, dude.
Astral slime language.
Guys, no, you won't believe what popped into my head when you said ASL. I should think American or Australian Sign Language. I thought it was some sort of late speak, because my brain instantly went to the days of ASL, age, sex, location. So I thought it was gonna be a text bubble.
Here I was just thinking emotes would have been much more interesting.
But instead of speaking, words form, common words form in his body.
Oh dear.
He's our navigator, best that we got. He's gotten us through more than we could say. And he just kind of nods. Obviously, he does not make any noise. Currently, his form is that of a humanoid. I guess, as a demonstration, Squirt, point us north, and you see his hand turns into the form of a compass. And it points the direction, which is north.
That's so cool.
That's mighty impressive.
Kind of,
One point north is a
it's like a half bow, and then he meanders away. Somewhere around here, we got a mechanic. You see him knock on the wall of the ship, and at this point, Donut, you know you're with the mechanic, and you hear this knocking that resonates through the side of the ship. He's like, "Oh, that's for me."
And we need to knock back.
I think that's it. It's just the Thummin. He goes through the ventilation system and scuttles around.
We have a spell circle for summoning, but oh well.
And as you guys are kind of waiting after the knocking on the door, you hear like this weird, like there's a sound from above, in like a vent system above you. It just is a pattering sound that's kind of unsettling, and then it stops, and then it kind of slides down the wall, and then like a hatch opens underneath this stairwell, and a kobold, a yellow kobold, wearing a mechanic's outfit, has like black smudges all over, walks out. Oh, hi there. Name Drench. I am the ship's mechanic. And he kind of bows.
How long you been mechanicking?
As long as I've been on this ship. And then the captain, he actually came with the ship.
With the ship?
Oh,
You've really been attached to it, huh?
I mean, where the ship goes, I go.
I mean, it's probably his house, some bad place, bad timing, I think.
Won't find anyone more familiar with it.
Good to hear.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I think something needs fixing over there, and he'll promptly go back to a vent and disappear back into the ship.
What a curious little fellow.
Yeah, he's alright. He is okay at his job.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Just
sure
Just
I mean,
okay?
if he came with a ship, I imagine he knows every inch of this place.
He knows it very well.
I mean, if he came with the ship, maybe it's just because they couldn't get rid of him.
I mean, he knows this ship very well.
It's a good thing, certainly. Right?
I mean, as long as someone can keep this ship up in the air, I really don't care. Where can I put my stuff? And she sort of sways just a little bit.
Oh,
Allow me to show you the housing quarters. So he takes you downstairs, opens like the this trap door in the floor, and you descend to this level, the one above. So you guys are still at port. You haven't lifted off yet.
Yes.
Okay.
You're just becoming
Right in the sky.
You said
the
we're up
space
here now?
Yeah, that's the lower level where all the housing is for
Sweet.
the crew
The
members.
big one, right?
At this point, Nettie, Wrench, he says, there's some interesting new folks on the ship. Let's...
Oh,
and so
really?
he kind of leads you to a little hidey hole that's in the lower quarters, that has a small peephole that you can kind of watch what everyone else is doing.
Oh, this is cool. This is better than a scrying crystal.
Yeah.
I broke one of them
take
once.
any energy. As you go to the downstairs, you see there is... this is where they have everything for preparing food and storing it, as well as these rooms back here have setups for beds. If someone has a hammock, there's setups for hammocks. Pretty much this whole space is for the living and comfort of the members of the crew, with the exception of the pilot and the captain.
Well, good to see we have some decent living quarters.
For what it is, I think it's swell.
I've
And-
definitely had to sleep in some really awful places before, so this is an upgrade.
There are a few crew members that are considered less notable, who you weren't directly introduced to.
No, they're all special in their own way.
They are, but they don't all have stat blocks.
Yeah.
They're all wearing red
Some of them
shirts.
do, but they're just less notable.
It is a dog-eat-dog world. Either you have a stat block or you don't.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Either you die with a stat block or you live long enough to be the villain.
To be an NPC.
I think I could have fleshed that joke out more, but I think it has potential.
Either die in NPC or live long enough to see yourself become a player character.
Yes. Okay.
That's good.
There's a few crew members here. You see, there is currently an individual preparing food. He is, I can't remember the name of the type of creature he is. The hippo people.
GIF or
A
GIF.
GIF.
I guess.
A
depends
GIF.
on how
It's
you-
not. It's not. No, it's
I,
not a
I
GIF.
always say GIF, but some I'm just I have to throw it
gift.
out there.
Gifts. They are gifts.
Gifts.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
gifts.
gift preparing.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I'm on your side on this. Just saying that they're out there.
It looks like the main chef is a GIF, and he
So graphical interface
is in the process of preparing something. You're not sure. Some sort of calamari, like a space calamari based meal.
Oh dear.
It doesn't look.
He chopped that off the ship, did he?
No, the ship is just designed like.
That's what
a
happened
squid.
to the enemy ships.
A lot of aliens are actually like made like squids.
Oh dear.
So you get what you can when you're in deep space. There's a Hadazee. He currently is maintaining cleanliness by where the tables are. You'll note the tables have like plates and things on them because I decided to overly decorate this whole area.
That is such a vibe, though. Like, that's why my maps take so long. I'm like, that plate needs to be perfect.
Flesh every square out.
Yeah.
Sizing them all, you'll note some of them are not exactly the same size.
I appreciate that. I think that's like true to life. It's like, yeah.
But I'm like, oh well. There's like some bread. I don't know. It's whatever. Anywho, you see a Hadozee. He looks like he's been around Wild Space. He currently has 4. The only like weapons he has on him are 4 grappling hooks, but you don't know why that's his weapon of choice. But maybe you won't have to. And then there's other various humanoids, humans, halfling,
Yes.
various other diverse crew members. Most of them don't pay you any mind. A lot of them have also recently been hired on for this job. They go about their crewly duties. And at this point, the ship begins to leave port. So, you've been promised a decent amount of money for this job as well. I think about 250 gold upon completion.
Nice.
Which is a decent amount for a space adventurer.
Allora's just gonna toss her pack into the corner here. And it's just like, dibs. And just kind of sits down on top of it.
Yeah.
Take a good slow wander around the ship.
Hey, Wrench, have you got something to poke this bronze thing out of the way? I can't see anymore.
Here, and he hands you like a screwdriver. Make a dexterity saving throw, Allora.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
11.
Only an 11. I have to stop day drinking.
You walk, as you're like getting your stuff set up, you feel a jab in your side that you're not sure where it came from. And as you turn, you just make a perception check.
It's even worse.
It's just like all that's next to you is a wall. So it's you're not sure where the jab came from.
I'm gonna take out one of my darts from my pack and just go into the wall.
Okay, make a dexterity. You can make an attack roll with it because you are a monk.
Jab his eye out.
Nice.
Dang.
It sinks pretty. So as you kind of dig it into the wall, you get the sense that this is actually like a hollow wall, but it goes probably about. I'm imagining like one of those darts that you like play darts with.
Yeah.
But the entire front of it like goes into the wall. From your end, Donut, you see like the poking, like a small end protruding from the other side.
Jeez, this one's kind of rude. It's silly. Doink. Jab again.
Poke again. This time, Donut roll attack roll.
Just a d20.
Fair enough. And that's pretty decent. What's your armor class?
Oh, mine? 14.
Yeah.
Oh, it hasn't upgraded. There we go, 14.
You get a jab again, but this time you're a little bit more ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a small something metal that protrudes from a hole in the wall and like jabs into your leg.
And after that, I also like I pull the screwdriver back in and quickly sort of say to Reach, quick, time to go, and scamper back through the vent.
you hear a little bit of a scampering after the second poking.
All right. Well, next time there's any poking, I'm going to be punching through that wall. So I'll just have to take that out of my pay.
Oh no! While these shenanigans are occurring, may I sort of saunter around, and I'd like to side-eye the food that is prepared or on the table to gauge their quality?
Okay, make a insight check.
An insight.
I like that you don't even taste it. You just give it a side eye. Like,
Well, I have
I
to
wouldn't
see if
have
it
used
looks
that herb.
Because if it's plastic, I'm not going to try plastic. So, you said inside. Uh-oh.
Insight.
It's raw.
Eight.
It's unique to what you're used to, but you can't say you've ever tried anything like it before. So it's hard to gauge. It looks suspicious.
All right, I'm gonna look both ways, and then I'm gonna gingerly pick a piece of it up and just taste it a little bit.
Okay. It's honestly, for what it is, it's pretty good. It might be able to do with some more seasonings, but for being formed on a ship, it's not half bad.
Yeah, honestly, not bad. Is the GIF is he around? The chef person?
He's over at this
Excuse
bar.
me,
Yes.
person, sir, madam, GIF.
Sorry, be right back.
Sir, Madam Giff. Okay, I love that.
I don't think we got an overall. Just
I mean, it's fair. And sometimes it's hard to tell.
are you the chef aboard this fine vessel? I was also hired to be a culinarian aboard this fine vessel, so I look forward to working with you in the future. I'll try to shake their hand.
And they will take your hand. It is a very firm handshake.
With an 8 strength, can I try and match it?
Yeah. Roll a strength check.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's possible for you to succeed, but we'll see.
Hey, it's always the... Come on.
Just have to believe.
Oh, man.
They got a 22.
Wait, -1 +1. What the heck does a +1 come from? What? I'm not strong in the least. Where's the +1 coming from?
Was it a saving throw?
I will deduce
No.
this. No. I just...
I've never seen that on Roll20 before.
Where does this come from? I mean,
You didn't add like a modifier.
I'm looking at the settings right now. I mean, I fail either way.
Oh, it's because of Jack of all
indicating
trades.
Oh, does that count for just normal
All
ability
skill checks. All what's considered a skill check.
Oh, okay.
So it does.
Well,
Okay.
sweet.
So they got 22.
And it's good food, yes. I look forward to intertwining our personal culinarian tastes into creating something new and interesting. So, should be an eloquent journey.
I'm sure you've got a lot to learn.
At this point, because Allora is sort of sitting on her pack,
Away.
back against the wall, and it looks like she's asleep, but she hears that and just kind of opens an eye and just sort of smirks at the shadiness of the chef.
You know,
Just a little. You- You get the sense that it is a she, but that she's used to being the only and headest of chefs, and she's not ready to give up that authority.
Looks like you're about to step on some very,
Who said that?
very well.
Oh.
Here, over here, big dragonborn.
You.
Hi. Yes.
Hello.
I think you're stepping on her toes.
I don't mean to. I'm I'm not used to working with other people. It's and one of that size.
Did you not expect to work with other people?
And what's
I
the size
expect to be
do
working
with
with a
it?
team, but it's just the conflicting tastes. Butting heads is what I don't like doing. If I was social, I'd be a waiter, not a cook. So this will be interesting.
Consider it a flavor adventure.
You're so clever. That is good though. You're right. It's fair. It's
Yes.
yeah. She says I have a lot to learn. Well, she needs spice. And very bland. It's like what? They have calamari. What, they get it off the side of the boat?
I look around, make sure she's not listening.
Make
Oh no, you make me roll for it?
I don't know. I guess
I mean, I'm down to it.
I'll give.
make your choice of roll, whatever you think is applicable to conceal what you're saying
Sure.
against their perception.
Whatever I think is applicable. Let's see. What
Yeah.
do I have that's highest? Performance.
I mean, I'd allow it. I would allow a performance.
Okay, then can I do performance?
I would allow it.
Okay. Sure. Nice. In my
You need to
professional
set
opinion.
your-
You start speaking Shakespearean, that's performance.
The GIF looks distracted, and doesn't make any, doesn't show any sign of eavesdropping on your current conversation.
Look, granted it blew up in space, but the SkyNewt had class. This one's a little bit less so. More mediocre.
Had class for,
It's my
what was it, 12 hours? Or was it 24?
Very short-lived job, I've got to say. One of my parents found out that it was so exciting, and then, hey, it blew up. So, I'm gonna walk past, and then this is a room, right? In here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes. That is
Good.
one of the.
Find a corner.
There's
and...
three rooms to be shared among crew members, including the captain, pilot, and the other crew members you've met. There's and yourselves. There's like 18 crew members.
All right.
So about 4 to 5 people in a room.
Okay. Then I'll just find this corner and set up a hammock if there's not one already.
There's hooks to hang up hammocks.
All right. Oh, did you want us to describe? I know we've done it, but
Oh, yeah.
for the sake of recording, do you want us to describe?
For the
our
sake of
characters?
recording, describe the characters that have been met.
Okay. Nose goes.
What does nose goes mean? I'm
It's
not
like the last
familiar
person
with
to touch their nose has to do
Oh.
it. It's like how fast you can
it. Not it.
beat. Yeah, not it.
I'll just go first.
Alright.
My character is. What did I write for his name? Yeah, Zoreth Bardell. He's a very large, dragonborn ranger. He's holding. He's kind of like grizzled looking, you know, a little bit like mean, but stiff. He's a silver dragonborn, right? Very tall and strong, kind of shifty-eyed, you know, like he's suspicious of things, but you know, kind of keeping to himself. Got a few scars, that kind of thing. He carries twin hand axes. Is there anything else you want to know?
I mean, as much as you want to share, I guess.
All right. He was born in a.
All right. Let me grab some
Cool.
food real quick.
Nah,
Who wants to go next?
doesn't feel the need to say a whole lot.
Yeah.
So Allora is also a dragonborn, but she is a brass dragonborn, wearing the unmistakable robes of some sort of monastic order. But they are very faded. But despite looking very faded, they're very well cared for. If you look closely enough, you can see where it's been mended, where there have been tears and rips and whatnot. They aren't wearing any armor, and they have very, very good posture. They stand decently tall at about 6'2". The thing that is most interesting is that her face looks a little bit more like an actual brass dragon than a dragonborn, with the fins that kind of curve around the side of her face.
Ooh, cool.
And her eyes are sort of a yellowy orange. And she seems to sway a little bit as she walks. which may have something to do with the flask at her hip that just never seems to run out of whatever it is she's drinking. That has quite the smell to it. Other than that, she seems to, I wouldn't say keep to herself. The interactions you've had, she's a bit sarcastic, not necessarily unfriendly, but just kind of sassy. She's currently sitting on her sack of belongings, leaning against the wall with her eyes closed.
I can go next. Aaron Frappuccino. He's a human male. He's 5'9"-ish. Has a gnarled mess of dark red hair and prides himself on a big old curly mustache. Has on his favorite family treasure passed down apron that he always carries around with him. Has different stains where experiments either blew up on him or just where he just sort of rubbed off on. Has a white and red checkered shirt rolled up at the sleeves, and has a large brown backpack that's almost as big as he is. Dangling at the very top is this green sleeping bag. Just an assortment of pots and pans and different instruments, or just, well, not instruments, but utensils and things like that, hanging and clattering around as he moves around. And as he sets it down, just likes to keep it to himself. Again, if he were more sociable, he'd be a waiter, not a cook. So that's him.
All right, well, Nettie, or Nettie, as she likes to be called. You guys haven't really met yet, but she's a Kender. She has just long brown hair, very mischievous eyes, and the most distinctive feature is probably the cut-off horn on the left side of her head. She wears robes, which look arcane in nature, but just doesn't seem to sort of really match her, and usually is wandering around with what could be best described as a stick that has been left too close to a fire, or it's looking like a bit burnt and has a single leaf still hanging onto it, which she declares is a wizard staff. So yeah, she's a bit of a playful, mischievous one who's just very curious about everything, being Kender and all.
All right, a fun party.
Nice.
As you are all kind of getting settled, the Hadazee crewmate, who you saw but didn't really interact with briefly, he's going to approach you, Zoreth, first, and he's going to introduce himself. I don't think I actually gave this guy a name.
NPC number 234.
I know what his job is.
They call it George. Curious George.
No. I can't.
Film noir, but it's Curious George.
Yeah, that'd be so cool, man. I was abducted
Did
from
anyone-
my home.
Did anyone ever watch? Did anyone ever watch that show? It was on ABC Kids, but I think it's English in origin. But it was a show about I think they were chimpanzees, called Bangers and Mash.
I did not.
No?
No.
Fingers
I think
mash.
that's Bangers and Mash.
Yeah, I think that's more of an English
UK
term.
thing. Yeah.
I know it's like a dish.
Yeah, sausages and potatoes.
Okay.
Apparently sausages used to be called bags of mystery.
That's such an awesome name for it.
That's what it is, I guess.
Give me a mystery.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a name now, so we're going with it.
All right, what is
All
it?
right.
So he's approaching you first.
Do I see him?
You do see him. He's not doing it. He's the square Hadazee token.
I just sort of stare, wait for him to talk.
He approaches. A pleasure. My name is... I literally just came up with it. I typed it out, though. Yovar.
I know that feeling.
I know, I literally just made this. My name is Yovar. I'm curious, what it is you bring to the table to be joining our crew.
Well, the dangerous world out there, and you might find with my expertise with certain animals can be helpful.
Of the astral variety, then?
Yes, that is what I specialize in aberrations. But, and other things, of course, but Yeah, I've made it my mission to seek out those evil monsters. Erase them from everywhere I can find them.
Curious. Interesting.
Yes. Also, I need money, but that's yeah, you know. Yes.
And what about yourself? And he turns his attention to Allora.
She opens her eyes and stretches out. I am really good at hitting things and smashing things. And I've never been in a situation that I can't smash my way out of.
And from the sound of the wall behind her becomes a loud fart.
Can I, at that, Allura wants to see if she can hit the bottom of one of the planks of wood so that it kind of flips on its axis and smacks whoever is behind it.
Make an athletics check.
Okay.
By the way, Bangers is Imaginals, a
I'm
British
rolling
cartoon.
so badly.
You take like a kick at the board, and it
Yep.
looks like the one you chose isn't particularly in disarray, and so it just kind of thuds. It moves back into place without much budge.
The one part of the ship that doesn't look like it's about to fall apart. Hey! I know you're back there. Trust me, you don't want to make me smack you one when I see you, okay? I might be a monk, but I haven't been at the temple in a very long time. Anyway.
Hey, did you say bunk? Who would sleep on that thing? It'd be fucking hard.
Anyway, yeah, so that's what I do. I hit things and
Well,
break things.
I'm sure your talents will be much desired.
They
I
usually are.
I specialize in crewmate recovery.
What does that mean? Why do we need that?
If you fall off the ship, you'll know why.
Does that happen a lot?
I actually have a question about that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been told to not recover anybody at any stage?
That's a very good question. What's the survival rate of this ship?
He kind of chuckles to himself.
Yeah, it seems like you've suddenly needed a lot of crew members. What's up with that?
Well,
I mean, I just
the new job requires a lot of
specifically-
hands, I suppose.
I just specifically want to know if anybody has been, left behind and you've been ordered to not recover them. That's all I want to know.
From what I've only been on this ship for a few weeks, but my services have, as of yet, not been required.
Interesting. She leans back against the wall and closes her eyes.
And he kind of overheard the conversation between Aaron and the other chef, so he's aware of what your responsibilities will entail. But he will continue to go about making sure, tidying up the mess hall. And he's peppy, I think is a good word for it. You go about the remainder of your day, and it seems smooth sailing at the moment. And you're in a high traffic spaceway, which generally is safer and less.
I'll stand at the edge of this ship and just arms crossed, stare out into the void.
Awfully brooding.
Brooding.
In the lower floor, there are a few portholes that you can see out of the ship.
Is that how that works? It's not like a. I wouldn't say open air, but kind of like a bubble.
Base. There is a field that surrounds the upper part of the ship, so it essentially is spherical. But there's like a magnetic field that covers the top. The bottom part is almost all sealed wood, with a few portholes
on the top.
to see through. So yeah. So
Kinda
from here you
standing
can
at the
see.
railing.
This is like the top of the ship. You can see into the space. And for those of you who aren't aware of the mechanics of wild space, deep space, and the astral sea, they intertwine a lot. The astral sea tends to surround planets, and it consists of a lot of like intergalaxy area. or enter solar system area, and then the further away you get, you enter wild space or deep space, and those places you cannot breathe. The astral sea, however, is breathable air.
Where does the astral air come from? Is there astral trees?
The astral is just a plane of existence that is traversable by.
Yes.
It has air in it.
All right.
It's breathable. I don't know if it's oxygen, but it's breathable. It's a weird plane of space.
Ah. Well, lots of things are technically breathable, but not oxygen.
Oh, you
That's true.
technicalities.
Whether there's something about the plane that allows it to be breathed, or it's just...
Well, I assume I'm safe out here for now, or whatever.
Deep space is also very popular for people who are scavenging, because there's always those double bag of holding mishaps, and random things appear in the astral spaces.
Slightly off topic, but that would be a great two-person con. One person sells like dodgy bag of holdings, and the other just waits in astral space to like steal their items. I know.
It's like, what are they?
Laura's
Suddenly a body appears in space. It's like, wait, they got the party's bag of holding. Every party puts a body in at least one of those things.
Yeah, but you know, you haven't played real D&D until you put a body in a bag of holding, right? Just part of the experience.
If there's anything you'd like to do with the remainder of the day,
Yes.
can do so. It seems smooth, and there are a few occasions where the pilot is out of the pilot's quarters. Not many, but when there's sections of smooth space, they have some time before they have to make any readjustments to the steering and can walk the quarters. You do notice people tend to ignore the pilot, except for the captain, who greets her, and she reacts as you'd expect.
I would like to find wherever the food is being prepared and just sort of be present. Allow myself to learn the way she does things, how she does things her way.
Yeah. You notice the way this GIF cooks. It's very I'm not sure how familiar is with like different styles of cooking, but it like deep South Louisiana style. Nothing's measured. Everything is like just kind of eyeballed. This seems like a good amount of seasoning.
Oh dear.
And so it's like there's no way she's going off a recipe. She's just going off of experience, and it's
all wrong.
Allora's gonna
sorry, go ahead.
take a... No, that's okay. I just want to say, before you get stuck into it, Laura's gonna take a seat because she wants to see all of this.
And from what you can tell, it doesn't look like any of the combinations are of poor taste. They're just not precise.
Interesting.
And that seems to be the style.
Which level was the top level?
The one is the top level is the bottom level.
Aha.
So right here is so if you look at the side, there's like a squid ship side view.
Yes.
The one you guys are all currently on is the bottom level. The middle level where the captain's quarters and the pilot's quarters are is the middle section, and the top section is the smallest section. And it has like there's two ballistas and what looks like a catapult, or two. I don't know what they're called. The ones that shoot arrows. Two of the ones that shoot arrows, and one that's a catapult.
A ballista? I think
Ballista.
Is it ballista?
Yeah, ballistas
Yeah.
are the ones that shoot arrows. Catapults.
Right,
are the ones that
trebuchets
shoot
are like a
stones.
catapult, but different.
Trebuchets shoot
Trebuchet,
stones as well, but they do it in a different way.
Yeah. So you got the catapult and the two ballistas are on the top. You kind of get a glance at the space. It
Other
looks
ships.
like they have seen use, and you see other ship designs. There's one you see in the shape of a dragonfly, one that looks like an anglerfish. A lot of them get their inspiration from animals that either fly or swim, and so there's just a lot of that kind of design, and it's just kind of a unique shape to the Elusive Seeker. You don't see any others that quite match. Even like its color is slightly different. It almost blends in with the space around it.
Ship is very
But-
function over fashion, I feels like. Very purposeful. Cool.
Yeah, but it's comfortable on the top. And you note our navigator is up there as well, ensuring that the ship is going the right direction.
I'll talk to the navigator.
And he does not speak. He
That's
just
like the one
sign.
thing. Oh, no, the
I'll
pilot.
stand next to the navigator.
He is one of the few people who communicates frequently to the pilot. She's pretty tolerant of him, and you assume it's because he doesn't actually speak.
He tolerates him.
Tolerates well. But he's focused. And you assume it's a he, it's plasmoid, it's hard to tell. But he's not paying attention to you. He's paying attention to space.
Nettie's just going to sort of use this day to sort of explore the vents, explore the hidden places of the ship as well, with Wrench's help, and that's about it.
So almost every room has vent access, excluding the captain's chamber and the pilot's chamber. They quickly discovered the accessibility of it to Wrench and other small folk and decided that privacy was a priority for them. So they have...
What have they got to
The
hide?
ventilation still works,
My real question.
but it doesn't open like it would have. It's also been, whether magically or not, sound doesn't pass through the vents in those rooms. So you can still have vision of what's going on in those rooms. If there's conversation, you can't hear it.
Damn, haven't learnt lip reading yet.
But there is a small hole on the top level right here, and that is also vent accessible. It looks like it was unintentionally made, but now it's found occasional use. It's a small hole, so you have to squeeze through it as a small creature, but it is there. So the exit point for the bottom level is right here, like this, the wall between Wrench and not where our Dragonborn stuff is, but the other connecting wall.
Right in the corner there.
There's a few access points in the middle level. So this isn't the most spacious point that the vents bring to, but it also has like access to a lot of the internal workings of the ship.
Yes.
I'm waiting for the show to start.
Oh no.
Yes.
I'm waiting for the chef to like get into it with you.
Okay.
Chef a token.
I will tiptoe my way over and watch her work while making various faces to myself. I just need that much spice. But after some time, I'll work up enough courage to gingerly tap her on the shoulder and speak up. Apologies, I don't believe I got your name. Your name is... I don't want to just call you chef, chef something.
To give you like a long look.
I'll try to give my best smile.
I didn't prepare a name for her either. I had like 5 names picked for 5 of the characters. And I was like, I'll get the rest later. And then
Okay.
later happened. So
Later is now.
later is now. She introduced herself as Barfon.
Warfon.
Fun. Barfon, no!
Rather unfortunate name there.
Bar, and then Fawn.
Was that a suggestion or a name? Alright. I'll nod.
Mr. Barf.
Very nice to meet you. I just want to say, part about being a chef is learning new things, and I didn't realize that they already had the chef's position already catered to. Little joke. Anyway, I just wanted to say that I don't mean to step on anyone's toes here. So, since you were here first, just treat me as your assistant. You'll find I have quite a variety of skills. I can help sautés, flavor things in a wide variety. So, if you would like, I can pick up some menial tasks, assist you in your duties, and I'll look at her array of food that she's preparing. And well, and clean with you, for you, if you would like. I just generally just try not to get in the way. I understand that by me being here and hired in your position can be a little difficult. So, and I'll shake a hand, put a hand out. Oh, I already did put a hand out earlier, so I'll retract it.
I'll tell you what. Show me your best work with what we've got here.
Ooh.
My best work with what you have here.
Yeah.
I don't mean to. This isn't a competition. I'm just letting you know that I am of service.
And I want to see what services you can provide.
I would really like to see that too, by the way.
This has nothing to do with. Consider it a challenge. One that Aaron Frappuccino will rise to. And he'll puff himself up a little bit, and straighten his apron, and nod, and turn to the nearest table. I left my cooking supplies in the other room, and I'll dash across the hallway, and grab my things, and I'll zip right back. With ladles, pots and pans, knives, and an assortment of stuff. And I'll begin to cook.
Cool. You have cooking tools. Whoa.
I assume it's very, like, seafood-esque, calamari themed here.
Yeah. So whatever you imagine, like, it's like space roadkill. Not quite that bad, because most of it's been killed by you all, by crew members. But it's space creatures. So space
roadkill.
Yes, fresh space roadkill. So
Not
there's
that,
like
not that gold stuff, you know.
some of the more edible are there's space eel. There's some of the less edible. You see some scaver. If you aren't sure what a scaver is, it's pretty much a space shark. It looks like it is like almost like a prehistoric space shark. You can imagine what that is. And from what you can tell, you have some gray scaver meat, which.
How fresh is it?
It's been pretty well preserved.
Okay.
But it's been a few days.
All right. So I'll just spend the next couple hours throwing something together.
Make a whatever that tool that you are proficient in check.
Cooking stuff. Cooks utensils.
You'd still
What
have to pick
attribute
a skill
would-
to associate it with.
I-
survival, I would have reckoned. But potentially it could be performance as well, because you're flamboyant in the way you're cooking.
Because you have like cooking tools, which just gives you proficiency, I suppose.
Yeah, it just
Right.
gives you proficiency in essence.
So I guess would you prefer survival or?
I'd say your choice of charisma or wisdom, as you are a culinary performer.
Let's do charisma. It looks like the cook's utensils I roll for that, so it's not a skill necessarily.
Well, I think you're already proficient, so you don't get.
Proficient.
So
So
you
like
don't get
dexterity would be
because
Dexterity is a
cooking
good
skill.
one.
You know, knife skills.
Why 9 and 8? Did I roll with advantage by accident?
I think.
think
Well, it
you
would have given.
can.
That's disadvantage, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, oops. So then
It's disadvantage.
I guess I had it on disadvantage rather than normal.
It looks
Likes to
pretty
make
nice.
the game harder. What's the
You are
challenge?
definitely you are cooking food that cooking with things that you're not familiar. There's a whole galaxy of spices and things, and
Right.
the ones available right
Moon
now
dust,
aren't
basically.
ones you're used to cooking with. That being said, it is edible. Compared to her cooking, it is not as flavored. You can already tell. Like, this will appeal, like, if it's like British people versus not British people. This is the food for the British people.
I have my hands together and I'm looking at it after it's like sizzling a little bit. You know, usually I'm a lot better actually. Dealing with what I have around me, it's a little subpar. Tell you what, I'll this will be my meal for tonight. While you have and you serve up what you made earlier today. as a sort of punishment, I'd say. But I feel like only I could ingest such a thing. Does that sound fair?
If you're willing to eat it, I guess. And she's gonna. You look over at her what she made, and it looks significantly better.
I'll just side eye it. Like...
about a difference of 14.
Oh.
Oh my god.
This NPC is rolling better than like any character I've ever played in my life, so I'll take it.
Allora
good at what she
comes
does.
If I'm
over.
able to smell food from the top cabin, I'll make my way down.
At the moment, the trapdoors are closed. But as the room kind of fills with like the normal,
There's a vent with a hole.
the cooking, and like the heat of cooking, someone opens them to help the air out, and you get a very strong smell of what's happening in the bottom quarters.
There's food.
Allora, when she comes to
Gotta
get
stomp downstairs.
food, will like take just like a little cursory bit of your food, just like a little bit.
I wouldn't. Believe me, this is not the best I can do. I'd prefer if you tried my best, but this is just subpar. And honestly, I'd feel you'd have a better experience eating a better experience. It belongs on the garbage, which is why I'm going to eat it. I'm not used to these.
Allora takes like a little spoonful, and you see this like tongue kind of flick out as she's eating it. She's like, it just tastes like regular human food on Faerun.
Faerun stuff is so bland, but space, I mean, there's a variety and endless amounts of spices, sugars, even. Oh.
Well,
It does taste like normal food. For someone who like
It's terrible. Just
wants
tell
to
me.
excel as a like connoisseur of making food, it's subpar. But for a normal person, it's well made.
Just regular
Just-
food.
Give it to me straight up. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it? It's a 3, isn't it?
Well, it's hard to rate. I grew up at a temple where we had some very spicy, flavorful food, and then I spent a long time in Faerun, and then I had a lot of this kind of food. So it's a very particular scale. It's a very particular kind of food that I think would be popular with very particular people. And as she's saying this, you can see she's heaping up Buffon food onto her plate. It's like, it's fine. I'm gonna go eat now.
I would love to, sort of, while they're having this conversation, talking about it, just nonchalantly walking past and taking all of the food that Raymond's character has made and taking it back with me and Wrench.
Hey, I want some of that.
Sure, here you go.
What happened to my stuff?
I'll just kind of grab a fistful, put it in my mouth.
Would you like to know what I tried to make?
What was it?
Oh, actually, let me put that in the recipe. I tried a broiled spotted space trout chowder with steamed beets. However,
Wait, you're saying this wasn't mashed vegetables?
that's what it turned out to be, but their oven is weird and archaic. They have spices I have never even used before. What is this? It looks like oregano, but it's all... Are those rocks? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not used to these conditions. At least on the...
I don't know anything about cooking, alright?
No. I mean, at least the SkyNewt has some stuff that I was used to.
You have to let the
Titanic
go.
blew up, so,
I'm saying,
it couldn't have been that great.
In relation to my past experiences, this one's a little...
Well, perhaps this will be a learning experience for you.
I mean, that was one of the first things I said to her as I was approaching it, so this is a learning experience.
You might, learn some new technique.
By the way, what happened to my food? I was going to... I learned to be better at my job. His face is like red a little bit, and in shame, I'll probably just... Noticing my food gone, I'm probably going to go back to my room and just go without eating.
Around this time too,
Poor guy.
Madam the
Takes
Star.
this
I'll eat more
very
food.
seriously, I think.
Madam the Star will come down and serve a plate for herself. She actually seems to be pleasant with the chef.
I mean, that's smart. You never
Barfon.
piss off the chef.
Barfon. But they actually exchange a decent conversation together before she takes her food back with her upstairs to the pilot's quarters. And that's like the first time you've seen her, like, it wasn't quite a smile, but she wasn't frowning.
Can I
Busy
go
woman,
inside?
that one.
Sure.
All right. I just well, we'll see what I roll first. My rolls are so bad.
Hey,
I've
Lucie,
gotten
are you
too
playing
used
my
to being.
character from
I
your game?
think so. I think so. This is punishment for all of the death rolling I've
It's
been
not
doing
just
for you.
Yay!
Never mind. I'm too drunk for this. I'm just gonna eat my food and go back to my sack.
And the captain will also come get some. And the captain seems pleasant with everyone.
I am gonna watch the
Charismatic.
captain closely.
I'll nod. Captain?
He would try to remember your guys' names. I just am not very good at remembering NPC names. Now, remind me, it started with a Z. And it would take
Zoreth.
a few. That's right, Zoreth. That's right.
Don't you worry.
And instead of the pilot, he actually will eat down in the these quarters.
So,
I'm gonna.
Captain,
Yeah.
tell me more about this job.
All right. So we've heard word that there's some. I don't know if you've heard of the late Captain Creaves.
Remind me.
Well,
I don't really listen to a lot of history.
he was probably the top dog, you could say, of Wild Space.
Yeah.
But he's met his demise. But his fortune, his hoard, has been yet undiscovered. And I think there's a chance we could find it.
Called the One Piece, and his name was Goldie Roger.
Captain Creaves, if you know of Wild Space, he was a pretty renowned, I guess, but also infamous pirate captain. Most of his wealth, he acclaimed, was from stealing. He had many ships under his command, but recently he was, let's just say, he took on a job too large for himself. It caught the attention of some powerful people in the universe, and they decided to finish that.
The captain saying this, or do we just know this?
This is pretty. His specific demise is unknown, but in order to kill someone that powerful, a force powerful enough had to have done it.
Can I roll another insight? I want to see if the captain is like maybe they're holding something back.
Say,
All right, come on. Never mind. At least I have something I can pretend as an excuse. Allora's like drunk, so.
You can't really. If he is hiding something, he's doing it very well. But
Suspicious.
he seems pretty straightforward.
He's Krieg. He's looking for him. He just has memory issues. Forgot where he left it. I figured out your plot.
So what's your lead on this treasure?
Now, that would be, seeing as I have just hired you, I'll be giving a little too much away, I think.
Well, I'd like to know where we're headed.
Well, and then maybe that's a question for the navigator.
And you
Tell you what,
Navigator, and he says, "Go ask the captain."
tell me a story. Any recent adventures? Come on.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm just picturing Captain. Tell me a bedtime story.
Once
Hey,
upon
Captain.
a time,
Like a bedtime story, please.
There once was a crewmate who asked me too many questions.
he got thrown overboard. The end.
18 persuasion.
Nice.
Very persuasive. put a gentle hand on his shoulder.
Are you allowed
He
to
gives
do
you,
that?
as you touch him, he gives you a look. And it's a bit of a warning.
Oh.
But it softens.
Sorry.
It's more of like an immediate knee-jerk reaction sort of look. But it softens after a second. All right, let me tell you something. And he begins to share.
Dark and stormy night.
No. But he begins telling of. It was a sort of heist, I guess. From what you can tell, it was a group of bandits that had robbed a rich noble rich enough to own his own asteroid that he was living on. And he was hired to go and retrieve that from him. And he shares a little bit of that experience. Some of the creatures they saw along the way. Some that were too big to fight, so they had to go into what he calls stealth mode. You don't really know what that means, but they
I'll
had
ask him questions about what kind of creatures he sees out there.
He tells you the largest creature he saw was a solar dragon. From afar, so it wasn't one that he had to worry about per se. He's seen ships made from the corpses of space whales, a lot of things. He gives you a good story. You're not sure how much of it is true, but it's entertaining nonetheless.
So this heist he was telling the story about, what was the deal with that? Was he stealing from people that had stolen from other people? Or was it just a story that he had heard?
It was. He says it in first person, as if it was something he'd done.
So he had done a heist.
Yes, it was a nobleman who had things stolen from him, and he was stealing them back from a group of bandits. Not a very notable group of bandits. And then he, at the end, kind of jokingly remarks that he was able to keep some of that from some of what he recovered for himself. It's a lighthearted story.
Yeah, I'll laugh along with him.
Before too long, he's finished eating, and he goes and returns to his quarters.
I'll get seconds.
And there was a decent amount. They made enough food. There was enough food prepared for the crew, and some of the crew members not eaten much. Wrench will also, interestingly, there's a plate of food set down here. I don't know who would notice. You recognize the hand of Wrench. Kind of grab it and slip it into his section.
The guy type, I see. Wait, whose hand was it? Wasn't it?
It's a kobold's.
Oh yeah, the
mechanics.
Mechanic.
Right. Not some mysterious tentacle.
What is your gender? My gender. I'm a mechanic.
Well, when I'm done eating, I will go to bed.
That's fair. And it will be. If that is all for today, we will skip to the following morning.
Fair enough.
In the morning, Raymond's character finds an empty dish. In the morning, Raymond's character finds an empty dish next to his bed with a note saying, "It was okay."
Look down.
It's okay. That's like peak Kenda. I love it.
Well, this could have been from anybody.
I'll get up early.
And I guess the night before I definitely would have come out after finished drying my tears and helped clean the tables and do the dishes and things. That's all I was doing.
Laura wakes up in the morning and isn't swaying anymore, but just seems really kind of groggy and only answers in one or two worded sentences.
There's also a watch that happens overnight. Overnight, because, I don't know, being in space and all. You never know which planet's rotation to go off of, which is generally true of the crew. You can tell they're all kind of a lot of the crew members are on different schedules for sleeping, which can have its advantages.
I mean, I'll definitely be up early, and I'll just try to find something to do.
Laura,
Yes, I will.
Shuffle in here.
Yeah.
Take a look back up at the top level again. Just to see what's going on.
Currently, just getting off of watch is Yavar.
Jafar.
Yavar.
Yavar.
Jafar.
And he's kind of just
Yavar.
hanging off of the mast. Ah, long time no see.
What do you mean? I saw you yesterday.
It was a joke.
Right. Well, how was the watch?
Uneventful. Which, depending on your perspective, is a good thing.
I guess. Get the feeling that the new chef is a bit of a... sensitive. If you ask me. Don't tell him that, of course.
Someone is criticizing.
I'm sure if he asks about his food, just
Oh, I'll be sure to
be
tell him,
kind.
And you know he does. He has a pretty notable laugh when he laughs. It's loud. And he laughs a lot.
I'll laugh with him. That's quite the laugh you got there.
Hear that?
Yes.
So what gets you up so early this morning?
Well, it's just a habit, right? Out in the wild, sometimes you gotta make sure you're up early, up before everything else, And I don't enjoy sleeping too much anyways. I'd rather be up and at 'em,
It is better that way.
Sure.
You also all would have been introduced to the co-pilot as well. So
Yes,
the
a retcon.
co-pilot, huh?
A retcon.
A little bit, because the pilot needs to sleep occasionally. There is a co-pilot who pilots manually. You don't see much of them. Let's just say that. But they appear elven. However, they are only 2'4". And it's hard to put your thumb on what exactly they are until it clicks and you realize they're a fairy, but they don't have wings, which throws you off.
Oh, this devilishly charming looking individual?
That is a fairy.
Wow.
Oh my.
Named Laren.
Laren.
Ooh.
Wait,
Yeah. I forgot. I've used this NPC before in other games. I've actually used this as a player character before in a game that Ray played with me. So, different class, slightly similar.
I know all your secrets.
You've met Laren a little bit briefly, but he's, while charming, not talkative, and he disappears a lot.
Nice.
But let's continue with the rest of our morning. So you're getting down to making breakfast?
Yes. First thing I'll say after setting the table is I apologize. I like to exude a level of professionalism whenever I do my work, or rather performance, actually, because working and cooking isn't hard. Aside from that, is there anything you could use help with this morning? Perhaps cooking, or would you rather me just set the table? After last night's display, I can completely understand.
I think you can help. Nope, that's the captain's accent with her voice. I give her a southern accent with the low. I don't know. I don't know. I tried to do the voice. Anyways, actually, I think I will have you help me out. And you see, she's been preparing like this batter that's going to be made into some sort of baked food.
Okay.
Whether that's like a muffin or a pancake, you aren't quite sure.
Creaves.
But it's looking like it's gonna be okay. It's not. You don't know how it's gonna turn out. How would you like to help?
Well, first, roll my sleeves up and get ready. Is there any particular recipe you're trying to follow? Any advice you want me to adhere to as I assist you?
As you say the word recipe,
Did I strike a nerve?
She gives you like this look, like that's a conversation for later. Look, seeing as like cooking is like an art and baking is like a science, you get the sense that her proportions are not exactly right. She's definitely a better cook than a baker.
No. Okay.
And roll me just a cooking check.
Should get a nap one.
Like using utensils, or is there a skill?
I'd say using utensils.
Okay. Using utensils. Is there any attribute you want me to associate with that? Charisma. You said charisma, wisdom last time.
I'd say use wisdom this time.
Sure thing. Not so wise, I am. 16.
As you're watching her make this batter, her proportions are just a little bit off, and you think if it was cooked the way it is, it would overcook whatever breading it's going to be, because there's not enough egg in the mixture.
Trying to make bread. If you don't balance out the amount of flour and egg you have, it's going to turn out a little bit more crumbly. I suggest use a little less flour. Maybe a little bit, one more egg, maybe. At best.
She gives you a look like...
Just tossing it out there, you don't have to listen to me. Obviously, you're the main head chef here. I'm just...
You give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Boy, I wish I were playing a bard or something. That would really help. Persuasion.
Advantage.
Oh, nice. 19.
Yeah. She gives you a look like... She looks like she doesn't take criticism very well. But she reaches over, grabs an extra egg, and breaks it into the batter. And mixes it. And to your eye, it looks a lot more balanced. A lot less dry. More the texture and consistency it should look. And she... Give me an insight check.
Oh. She hates my guts now. Next thing, she's gonna be baking me into a pie. I'm gonna be insight. Wow, nice.
She's doing her best to hide it.
Oh, I'm jealous.
But she's a little bit impressed.
I'll just watch her work and smile to myself. Now that's better. There's something you would like me to do. Is there anything specific that you do around here that you want me to try and mimic? Like a side dish, perhaps? A drink?
I mean, we probably could do some drinks for breakfast.
Alcoholic, non-apple juice? Mix
of both.
Excellent.
Not the
hard cider.
Apple cider.
Quick question: is there coffee?
There would be like coffee grounds, so it would be makeable. It's really an easy thing to.
Oh boy.
So it's makeable. There is water.
Allora makes some coffee and then just like pours just a tiny bit of what's in her
It's
flask.
the same coffee grounds that have just been used repeatedly.
Oh god.
And I guess
this commodity, you can't find any coffee in space, so you gotta make do with what you got.
And I guess that's what I'll just be doing this morning, helping out, try not to get in her way, but be around enough to receive instruction, just help out with breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing you, you get a sense that you pitching advice that worked to her may have increased her view of you.
Yes.
So, but after she has put in, she puts the batter onto like trays and puts it into a space oven. I don't know, an oven equivalent.
Space oven. It's like a regular oven.
So cool.
Space.
Sci-fi fantasy space ovens.
I'm also like, is it arcanely run? I'm like, literally, it's probably just an oven.
It's like
fire.
Like, it makes way more sense just have a fire.
That's gotta be magic.
Magic.
Magic item, easy bake oven. So cool.
But she pulls it out, and it's these. They have the appearance of a muffin.
Appearance of a muffin.
It has some sort of fruit in it that isn't native to the planet or planets that you all are from.
Bloomberries.
But they seem to be plants that thrive in space.
Well, I'll come down right on time for the food.
And there's enough for each person to have, and they're decent-sized muffins. But there's about 2 to 3 per person.
Sweet. Breakfast muffins and some apple cider to wash it down and get the day started, everyone.
Ooh. Allora's gonna grab a couple of muffins, sit down with a coffee.
I'll eye her carefully, wanted to see her expression. I didn't make it, but I want
also
to see how my suggestion worked out.
try the muffins and I'll take some cider too. A big hearty tankard of cider.
How do the muffins taste? Are they delicious?
Yeah. I only need one of those two.
Allora's face is kind of hard to sort of see if, she likes it, but she goes back for like a 3rd and 4th helping, so it's got to be pretty good.
And you can get a sense from Barfon that she doesn't want to show, but this is like the best muffin she's ever had.
Now, how's the cider? I'll definitely try that.
If you want to roll for it,
what am I rolling?
Ray.
Yes.
Oh, Ray's rolling.
Am I using performance or cooking?
I'd say use performance. I think they're the same. If it's charisma, it's the same roll, isn't it?
I have expertise.
Oh, you have
1.
expertise.
I have the problem with like Bard. It's not the same as Rogue expertise. I can't put it in a tool. It bums. Yeah. So, do you want me using charisma for
you can use
tools?
Performance. You can use performance.
Okay.
Charisma.
Performance.
It's decent. It's pretty good.
Cider.
Is cider.
It's supposed to be drink. Not a
good.
Frivolous.
Seem to be visibly enjoying it. Along with the muffins. Not really good table manners for my character, though. He just kind of like... really likes to shove food in his mouth.
Uvar will join for breakfast, and after eating the muffins, you can see he's like visibly surprised at how well they turned out.
This is like a thing. The muffins have never been good, and nobody wants to say anything.
If it's baked food, it's generally not the best.
It's about finding the balance. You can throw stuff in, sure, but it needs to be fluffy, but not too fluffy, not too crumbly. It's a perfect in-betweenness, and then you can start tossing in fruits and vegetables, and then you can toss in like icing and coats and flavors inside the yeast and the flour and all the stuff. Have you ever had a chocolate muffin before? Oh, it's to die for. Sorry,
Fawn is
ahead of myself.
rolling her eyes.
Visibly excited.
It's alright.
You shut your mouth. You enjoyed it. I know you did. Come on, tell me. How was it?
I'd say it was pretty good.
Yes. So the side
seemed to be improving.
Please, what happened last night was nothing more than a fluke. You've seen nothing.
No worries, we all make mistakes.
Oh, of course. I, as a chef, make plenty, but it is something to learn from. Every experience is interesting, to say the least.
Laren will come down with, and he'll grab 2 plates. He'll also bring down Madame Lestar's leftover plate, and he will take those with him upstairs.
Guess I'll talk to the other Dragonborn, Allora, right?
Yeah.
Allora.
Yes.
Brings you here. Well, I guess, there's a job just like the rest of us, but why this one?
Why not? 250 gold pieces. I've never made that much from a job before, not all at once. You're not here for the 250 gold pieces?
Well, good. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Wait.
Well,
if you're
I
not
mean,
here for the money, why are you here?
well. I lean in real close. My face gets all dark. I've heard some things. You see, on this very ship, it's a dark creature. I intend to root it out.
If you're referring to whatever poked me in the side yesterday, I'm pretty sure it's some sort of imp or something on board.
No, not that. Some dark creatures. It's said to give people nightmares and to feed on their fears. And I can't be having that in this good universe. I hate to see the suffering. I intend to end it once and for all, but...
Who told you this?
Just, things I've heard.
I mean...
Haven't seen anything yet, though. But, of course, I don't get out to the, out here, space, very often. And, I'm some, even if I don't find this creature, I'm sure there's some other creature that I may find. But...
So you're just hoping to find some deep, dark creatures aboard. And what happens if there are these things on board?
Terrible things. Awful nightmares that...
Is it just nightmares? Because...
Nightmares, it'll feed on your fears, and eventually... The word is, it'll pick each and every person on this ship off one by one, but...
Can it make...
it reminds me of some other things that I've punted in the past, but... some similarities, but not quite. I'm very interested in finding this creature.
If there is a creature like this on a ship like this, could it make somebody leave 6 people out in space to die?
Are you asking that?
Can I roll like a nature or something?
I'm just asking. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I forgot your character's name.
What is Z?
Z?
Zoreth.
Zoreth.
My
I'm gonna
character.
write that down. Thank you. I'm actually asking. Yeah, Zoreth. I'm like, all right. Look, I know dark things do exist. I think it's unlikely that they're on here. But if it were on
they're
here,
everywhere.
but if it were here, could it make somebody possess somebody and have them leave people in space to die?
I suppose it could. I would have to know more about this creature. There are certainly things out there that could do something like that. I haven't heard anything of that manner, but...
The dark creature is literally the epitome of leaving your kid behind when you go off to go on a holiday. Like, okay, Kevin McAllister in Home Alone. Just leaves people behind. Sorry, I'm a menace today. Well...
If you want to see if this creature rings a bell, you can make a nature check.
Yes, I would love to. Although, this is going to be bad because I don't have anything in nature. Oh, why is intelligence always my dump stat? Oh my god.
Double 1.
Oh my
Could
god.
I make a nature check? Would I have...
Yeah.
I'm sure I've heard of it before.
You
Please
can
do.
make a check.
Is that a first natty 1?
I think so.
2 of them.
That's nature, right?
Yeah, nature. You get a bonus if it's a aberration.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, I do get a bonus.
Apply that. Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Hey.
As you're describing what you've heard
Oh my
about this
God.
creature, an image of what it could, something that matches its description enters your mind. And it's called a fair.
I think I know.
And essentially what it does is they stow away on ships and they feed off of the fear and nightmares of the crew members. And then when its crew members are sleeping, it essentially kills them off by... Let me look at its stat block. It pretty much infuses them with nightmare, and then feeds off of that until they die.
Whoa.
They're very uncommon. There's become horror stories of them. Something about a crew that had one living in their vents, and they didn't realize it until it started to slowly kill them off one by one.
Stowaway.
Living in the vents. Oh shit.
It kind of has like
Am I something
alien,
that I-
like alien vibes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like that's
Am I not what I think I am?
Oh gosh.
And you don't know the validity of the rumor you received. You don't know if like
I've seen no
exactly-
signs yet.
yeah.
But
You heard
of
that
course, I'll
from someone.
describe this creature.
Someone who
know,
stayed
very-
on this ship describes having suspicion.
I've seen no evidence of it yet, but I'm very experienced with fighting these types of creatures, and if you see any sign of it, you let me know.
I tend
Well.
to not dream very much by my own design and intention. You might need to get someone else on board to keep an eye on the dream.
I would certainly
side of
see a
things.
doctor for that.
Yeah, maybe not.
Well, you know, if you hear scurrying in the vents, different scurrying than the one guy, but
Wait, how much scurrying is there?
Yeah, specifically above your room.
I've heard scurrying, but again, I thought that was just maybe some sort of ship imp or something mischievous. Should we look through the vents, do you think? Is
yes,
this something we need to take seriously?
absolutely.
And from
You
the
cannot
sound-
rest.
No, no, you don't.
I'm gonna
We're
roll.
innocent.
I'm gonna roll insight just because I don't know Zoreth very well,
Okay.
and I'm pretty
Zoreth.
sure Zoreth.
Zoreth.
A and E.
Zoreth. Sorry, is it Zoreth or Zorath?
Zoreth.
Okay, Zoreth. Well, I don't know him, so I don't know his
Yeah,
name
yeah,
properly yet. Okay, let's see. Where is my sheet?
Inside.
Dang.
Hey,
Hey.
Dang, nice.
I have had just the right amount of coffee and alcohol. I'm not too drunk. I'm not too sober. Just right. I want to check if he's
They
fucking
cancel
with
each other
me.
out.
Yeah.
You can make either a persuasion or deception if you are being honest or a little bit tricky.
Who, me, or
Yeah,
You. She's inciting you.
Yeah.
do I need to make persuasion?
Either persuading her that this is what's happening, or you're just kind of saying stuff.
Well, I don't believe it is happening, but it could happen. I haven't seen evidence yet, but
Do you think you need to go in the vents? So that's what you're. Are you convinced of that? I guess is the question.
I'm convinced that we could. Captain certainly wouldn't appreciate us tearing apart his ship without due cause. First.
Pick either
So,
one.
pay attention, but I will make a roll for it, yes. I don't know, persuasion. I think that sounds right. Just normal roll? Alright. Very persuasive today.
nice.
He doesn't seem like he's just making stuff up. You don't know how convinced he is of the plan.
All right. Well,
You don't know the things I've seen, okay?
as somebody who has also seen things, I empathize with that standpoint. Look, I'll keep my eyes peeled, but I don't think. I think maybe we need to bring a couple of other people in on this. Like I said, I don't dream very often, and if that's a way for keeping an eye out, then
Well,
maybe we should.
Still not
check out-
healthy. Go to the doctor, but yeah, whatever.
Look, I'm not saying it is healthy.
I'm no doctor.
But it is what it is, okay? It is what it is. I promise.
Where
promise.
are the others then?
I've-
Send them my way.
Allora looks over to the kitchen. Well, there, and I don't know who else is there.
I'll go up to Ray. What was your character's name?
Aaron. And I'm humming to myself, cleaning the table.
Give him a good slap on the shoulder.
Yes.
Also, Bryson, with your nature check, you are aware that fears, I think it's supposed to be spelled like fear with a Y instead of an A. They are able to become invisible.
Ooh.
That's good to know.
Aaron, right? Oh, I tell him that. Yes. I have reason to believe that there's a possibility that there is a dark creature aboard this. A dark creature aboard this. A dark creature.
Aboard.
I need you and everyone else be on the lookout, okay?
Made out of squid. You sure you haven't been drinking too much?
It's made out of nightmares, okay? It's made out of nightmares.
I was talking about the
your nightmares.
My nightmare.
Start shaking it.
Okay.
You need to listen to me.
I'm listening. What do you want from me?
All right. All our lives are in danger.
Okay.
Only I can stop. If you see anything, if you have any weird dreams, any nightmares, any
nightmares, like
scurrying at events, okay?
Scurrying and
you need to tell me.
Like,
tell the captain too, but also tell me.
Why don't you tell the
I'm
captain?
posting a picture in
Well,
general
both of us.
of what a fair looks like.
Okay, so is there a qualification for this type of nightmare? Like, if I accidentally use chili powder instead of oregano, what do I do?
What?
If I mix spices, if I accidentally, and I'm in the royal ball, and it's happened to me once when I was a kid. So I'm in a royal ball, and I'm presenting this royal banquet meal. I'm the top chef, and I'm baking what I think is a masterpiece, but I switch the spices up, and as the King of Neverwinter is about to dig in, he has a heart attack and dies. Everyone in the kingdom points at me, the chef, and I get dragged out and I get hung. And of course I wake up before it happens. It's just nightmares. It's a real thing. So mixing the spices, it's just...
Look, whatever you're afraid of, yeah, then...
Be afraid of it. Yep, okay.
Then, yeah, nightmares, right? Yes. I'll describe the creature that you put in horrifying detail.
Oh, sounds robust. You sure have an active imagination. So...
It's not my imagination!
Okay.
You don't know!
I don't
know.
Can I just say I love the impatience for the actual nightmare? Like, whatever you're dreaming about, all right, it's a nightmare, but just like, listen to me!
It's very important, all right? Okay. I haven't seen anything yet, so we could all be fine, all right?
So,
okay.
If I wake up in the middle of the night, piss soaking my pants, and I dream of scary stuff, I come to see you and tell you I have a bad dream. You're not really my mum.
Yes.
I'm so confused. All right. So something.
This thing, it feeds on your fears.
Feeds on my fears. So, then what? What does it do? It just sort of feeds.
Then it kills you.
And then it kills me with my fears?
Yes. Well, it feeds on your fears, and then you wither away.
But then won't I be happy?
You die. What?
I'm so confused. So if it feeds on my fears, then
no, you don't want that.
Is happiness? Isn't that a good thing?
No.
I'm struggling.
No, you die.
I die because it took away my ability to be afraid.
No, you just die, okay?
I die.
Look.
I pat him on the shoulder. Alright, I'll let you know when I have a scary bad dream. Let me clean.
Give it a pat. Right. Look, when it happens, or if it happens, I'm there, okay? I'm there for you. I'm here to help.
Don't become a therapist ever. I'll give him like...
No, I meant to fight it.
And I'll give him a pat on the shoulder, and gingerly...
I'll just stop away.
I'll look at Barfon and like, it's a weirdo. It's a bit of a loony. And then I'll go back to watching.
I'll turn the Barfon too. You too.
Allora's just kind of watching, and whenever Zoreth comes back. She's be like, "So how did it go? Is he on board?"
Excellently. Yes, I think he really got the message there.
Okay, well that's
Yes.
good. That's one more.
All right, where's the other guy?
is-
Oh, everyone else, of course. Who else is here, actually?
The other guy.
We haven't seen Nettie yet, have we?
I don't think so.
I don't
She
think we have
appeared
because
briefly,
Allora's
but most people were distracted at that time.
And
Because
she's come
Allora's
out for
like, "Who
breakfast
is
while
this
everyone's
other
distracted
guy?"
with his story and the muffin that she ate. All that's left on the plate are all the sort of the berries or something in it, and so like she doesn't do baked berries, baked fruit. It's just not right. No, Nettie's really bored with events. She's probably learnt all she could from them, so she does wander around now. It's just whether or not you pay attention enough, because she's small and she just blends in.
Okay, I'm gonna roll perceptions just to see if
Okay.
she sees her.
Oh, I will
we'll
too.
We'll use passive stealth for you, Donut.
Ooh, 17.
Yeah, you probably noticed me then. My passive stealth isn't
Nice.
great.
You do
So-
catch a glimpse of a.
I'll also roll perception.
Given her height, is it fair to say that Allora is like, okay, that might
Looking
be
down
the
on
person
her.
running her? It's not my fault I'm so tall. What do you want me to do? Cut my ankles off or something?
Yes, I do. Would that hurt?
But she's like, okay, that Kenda looks like they might be able to squeeze into a vent. And she just sort of like staring at her with narrowed eyes, just sort of trying to suss out if she was the mischief maker poking her through the walls.
Well, Sky did mention there was halflings on board as well, and such like that. Would your character know of Akenda and their nature, and therefore make that assumption that this might have been the mischievous one?
Doesn't know much about Kenda, but just makes the connection that, okay, this person could easily fit into a vent. Most tall folk can't comfortably crawl around in vents and only do so, you know,
We also
at
met a
threat
kobold.
to their life.
You do.
That's
you meet a
true. We did
kobold.
meet
You
a
also
kobold as
met
well.
a fairy with no wings.
I have a suspect list. Don't worry.
And I don't notice her staring at me at all.
Of the crew members, there's about there's 4 or 5 that are small sized, including Nettie, who is not a technical crew member.
I'm putting something in game talk that I just made. I had to grab your token, Ray. I hope you don't mind. Let's
Yeah,
see, where
that's
is
fine.
it? Did this? There we go.
Huh.
What happened? What happened?
Game Talk
the
Discord,
game
Game
talk.
talk Discord.
Game talk.
Oh,
not
Well,
Roll20.
oh,
I thought
okay.
that as too at first.
Not in the know. If you know, you know.
well, I can't exit out of this screen, or else it's gonna like in the recording editing, it's gonna everyone's.
Just edit it out.
You'll have to do it later.
We'll fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
We'll like
editor's got
take
lots
this
to
I was
do.
gonna
time.
say, you can just
We'll
look
take
at it
this
later.
time and
Yeah,
it'll
just
be the
Make your
picture.
editor do it. All right.
I'll get my
Yeah, yeah.
on the land.
You can just look at it later.
guy's
You don't have to look
so
at it right
busy.
now.
Oh man.
I feel
This we should probably still like show it to the audience for them to
Of course.
talk about.
Don't worry, the editor will take care of it.
I watched Leonardo DiCaprio die. And it wasn't like he sank to the bottom of the ocean either. He just sort of floated away, so it was really awkward. He's like, well,
He
it's
just-
bye.
But he
This
still would have frozen to death.
Yeah, it's over
Yep.
there. He's frozen. We could have gotten him at any time.
I mean, that's kind of how it works when you die in space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe I should have added some life rafts or something.
had a couple.
Little life ships.
Oh gosh.
No asteroid this ship can't go through. The pure titanium asteroid coming at him at Mach speed.
Hold your fire, there's no life forms on that escape pod. Must have been a malfunction.
You've also all been made aware of the alarm system on the ship. It's
Okay.
not a sound, because the ship prides itself in stealth. It sends vibrations through the ship, so you feel it through like the walls and floors.
Oh,
I don't like that.
makes me think there's an
Um,
earthquake about to happen.
That's kind of the vibe
Spacequake.
it would give off.
Space
In
quake,
space.
yeah.
But as you guys are finishing up breakfast, there is you feel this vibration through the floors and hull of the ship.
Oh shit.
Which
What
means that
does it
something-
mean then?
It means that some sort of danger is approaching the ship.
Oh dear.
Whether that's a
I'll
creature
immediately
or-
get up from the table. Everybody!
Hey you, I
It
think
generally
something bad's
means
about to happen.
to get to like defensive positions.
Sweet.
Oh shit.
So for the
All right.
catapult, it's manned by. I actually think I have a whole.
Zoreth, I think something bad's about to happen.
I think so too.
There's maps in here.
Don't worry, I'll pull out my axes. I'm prepared for anything.
You told me to tell you when something bad was going to happen.
Thank you. Keep it up.
I will ask you all to roll initiative, and as you are
Shit.
cresting the top level of the ship, you see what looks like several. What are they called?
Now,
Scavers. They're called scavers.
I didn't have
hey,
my
dinner's
token
coming.
selected.
yeah,
Must be
same
Uber
here.
Eats.
And from what you know of scavers, some of them are not very powerful, but some of them it varies based on their type.
A
But
scabber.
this looks like a decent amount of them.
I think these are those prehistoric fish things he was talking about before.
Yeah, they're the ones that
Okay.
Yeah, it's Uber Eats coming.
Oh,
I would be
Now,
right
Now, what
back.
type of creature is a scabber?
the edible
It-
kind.
like what
Ooh.
their
Stock's about to be resupplied.
Are they aberrations? by any
Oh,
chance?
right.
are monstrosity.
Still worthy of elimination.
If they're big enough to swallow the ship, we need to get the hell out of here.
Awesome. So, starting off in turn order, we have Allora.
Nice.
Well, jeez. I mean, I'm glad I took darts now. I was looking at my stuff and I was like, why?
I might need a couple.
My glad
Punching,
it's
punching
shut.
things in space is kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Okay.
a melee thing going on, so.
This. Well, we have a catapult and some trebuchets for whatever good that does us.
There are some of the crew manning those catapults and trebuchets. They'll take their turn with swords.
I'm just gonna shoot at this one here.
So
17.
is this one?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that
this one
hits.
here.
Nice.
A little one, right?
Yep.
That definitely hits.
For 6 damage. No, wait. No, 4 damage. You should have seen when I was making this character, because the other character I've been playing most consistently is like level 13. And I'm like, man, I can do barely anything right now. I mean, for level 4, that's a lie. For level 4, I can do a decent amount, but... Anyway, yeah, that's my turn. I don't really have anything
No
that I
more.
can do.
No more movement, bonus action?
Actually, let me check.
I think I closed my ship rules. And I'm
Nothing that I can use as a reaction at this stage that is ranged. So, nope, that's my turn.
closed. Like 30% of the Dungeon Masters, or the Space Dungeon Masters guide is just ships and their designs. I'm like, I'm not complaining about it, but 2 ballista, 3 each crew. Next turn is Nettie. You're up.
Alright, Nettie pulls out something from her pack, sticks it in her mouth, starts chomping around. It was a chili. She wanders on over, wanders past our little bronze dragon born friend there, and just gives you a light touch.
Wait, who?
And
Allora.
yeah, you feel, Allora, you feel sort of that you want to vomit up some poison.
Dragon's Breath?
Tushin roll.
Dragon's breath. Yeah, you feel sort of, this burning in the back of your throat. It feels like poison, and you could just vomit it up. And Nettie's going, that was a spicy one. And so it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Mom spaghetti.
Yeah, so I've gone back down here, and I just pull out a thing of water. Oh.
Is that the end of your turn, Nettie?
Yep.
Okay, it is now Plasmoids as well as the unnamed crew members. And some of the named crew members. So he's gonna go... He's actually gonna stay on this side. And he's going to draw an arrow, or a bow. And you see like an arrow just kind of bubbles up from inside of his slime form. And he's gonna take a shot at that guy. Right there. Let's just roll a d20.
There you go for Lucie. That's what the spell does. So.
Oh, cool!
Got
Thank you.
15-foot cone of poison breath, doing 3d6 damage.
Nice. And that's awesome because I was planning on using my breath weapon, which would be an action, and this is a bonus action, so I can get 2 attacks. Oh, thank you so much.
He does hit.
It's a bonus action for me to cast. I'm not sure if it's a bonus action for you to use.
7 damage.
Oh, I also have to. Oh no, this is the spell for you. Okay,
Yeah.
so it would just be It would just be my regular breath weapon, but it would be poison instead of fire. Gotcha.
He doesn't have a bonus action.
Yeah.
Oh, he should
Use
have
an
cast
action to
Hunter's.
excel.
He's going to, as a bonus action, cast Hunter's Mark on the one he just shot.
I always forget about Hunter's Mark.
Yep. I'm like, he has bonus actions. I'm like, oh, they're before active bonus actions. But and then part of our crew members start to board the. What's the thing? That's not the.
I should have actually asked Sky. Did you want me to roll on the wild magic table?
What level spell was that?
Level 2.
Go ahead. And whatever effect takes place while you're standing next to Allora.
Oh god.
Alright, cool. Let's see.
Fireball, center on yourself.
Meridian's idea!
Oh,
So
I can't speak for the next minute. Whenever I try, pink bubbles float out of my mouth.
Oh my god.
Love that.
Most spells requires verbal components.
Yeah, so when I was sort of saying, well, that was a spicy one, you see these pink bubbles pop out.
And Laura looks over and is like, she is the strangest halfling. I think she ate some soap. What? Who eats soap?
Okay, so the crew on the top is going to the top right ballista. So there's 3 there. One's going to load, one is going to aim, and one of them's going to fire. Good enough. They're going to take a fire at this guy. Let's roll that damage. 15 damage to that guy.
Nice.
That's the end of the generic crew's turn. You see Monkey. He's gonna have a crossbow and take a shot with it and hit for a good chunk of damage on this first guy. You also hit. I'm just double checking hit points and things. Alright, now it is this scaver's turn. They can move and just fly right here. And he's gonna take a bite at one of the crew members.
God, I really wish I had Sentinel right now.
Well,
I should have taken it.
He does hit.
No, not generic NPC. That's my favorite.
Oh, with advantage if the target's a creature that's missing any hit points. Well, he takes only 6 damage.
Whew.
Still a decent amount for a character of their level. And with that, it is Laren's turn. He's gonna put himself in between on this staircase right here. And from what you can tell, he's communicating with the pilot what's happening. And he is going to cast a spell. Actually, first he's going to cast Hex on the left side of the boat. So he's going to cast Hex on the one that's attacking the crew members. And cast Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast!
Hit. He hits.
Very nice.
Solid spell.
For 4 damage.
Oh.
Yay, I'm not the only one!
And that's Laren's turn. Done. Alright.
Okay.
Go get him.
Quick question. How do you, measure distance in the Roll20?
Everywhere on this
Up
map
above the
is
zone.
5 foot. There's a ruler. So you're
Right, but
here.
for diagonals and such, you know.
It's not like Pathfinder. A diagonal is 5 foot.
Right, but the ruler option, because you...
Up in the top left corner, where you've got the list of icons,
Yeah.
just roll down to the castle-looking one, and that's the ruler, and just keep it on snap to center.
If you expended 30 feet of movement, you could get here if you're moving.
Well, first I'm going to use a thing that I have
Okay.
called Hunter's Sense, which is something that the Monster Slayer archetype for Ranger gets. So I can choose a creature I can see within 60 feet and learn its immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities.
Which kind are you targeting? There's There's gray, brown, and night. Night is the big guy. Brown are the medium guys, and gray is the small guys.
The medium guy, right there.
Medium
I'll choose
guy.
him.
The brown ones do not have any immunities or resistances, but you do know they don't require air.
Don't require air. No vulnerabilities.
No vulnerabilities or weaknesses.
I see. All right, next.
You're done?
No, I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
As a bonus action,
Okay.
I can do this thing, which states that I can designate a creature, and the first time I hit it, each turn with the weapon attack, it takes an extra 1d6.
Oh, that's cool.
Very
Yes.
nice.
I will designate. I'll choose this one right
Okay.
here. So that one's
Currently
down,
swimming
but
just above the deck, but it has
That one.
fit into one of our crew members.
so I get movement, action, and bonus action, right? So I can still move.
You've used your bonus action and your action, so you have movement left.
Right, that was the question. I can still move.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll just move right up here. So that's all I'm doing this turn.
Cool. All right, Aaron.
Oh dear. So, for the party, do you think it's... Because I don't have anything except sleep. So, do you think I should target the little guys or big guys first? Have it targeted
You can give it a go.
towards this area a little bit more, since there's more of them. Yeah, that's what I'll do. It's 90 feet, so I'm going to cast Sleep at 2nd level over here.
That's a 20-foot square.
That's what I have marked for it. And to flavor this, I'll
Okay.
flip open my cookbook like it's a spell book, and I'll flip to a page.
Like a 20-foot radius.
Yes. And it'll flip to a page. I know I had Ascent looked up, but I'll have like lavender or something. Just whoosh. Now they smell lavender a little bit. So 2nd level, so that's
No, it's 76.
76.
78. 78.
78.
Yes, 78. Even better. There we go.
39.
39's, oh, 2 2s.
Nice.
Man,
3/8 though.
that's I guess averages out.
So this guy's in the radius. Okay. So that pretty much covers all the dudes outside. This guy is asleep because he had 6 hit points left.
Yes.
We're gonna do
But he
This
wouldn't
face
be in it
was-
though, would he?
because it's 20 feet from a point. It's not a 20-foot square, so it's a 20-foot like radius.
That's what it looks
Okay.
like.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Okay. So he's sleeping.
Sleep's a weird
This
spell.
guy. It is a weird spell. This guy also falls asleep. I don't think any of those took damage, have they? No, none of those 3 have taken damage. And that equals not quite enough for a 3rd one.
It's a shame.
But those 2 fall asleep,
But hey,
and
I got one.
they lose their they drop out of the chase of the ship.
Yes. I
Is that
did
the end of your
stuff.
turn?
No. Because I would like to hopefully inspire somebody. Ranged. Well, actually, I'm going to see... Names don't remind me. I know it. Don't say it. Zoreth!
Yes.
Yes, with an E. I'm going to shout over to you like, my paranoid friend, please take this as a peace offering. And I'll lob over what looks like cookie dough, and it just sort of splatters. But the smell gets to you. You smell freshly baked cookies. So you are inspired.
You have cooking themed
Is that a
powers.
D6?
Yes. You have a D6 that you can add to for a minute. I think it's 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes to add a D6 to any attack roll, saving throw, ability check of your choice, and something fun gets added on because I'm a creation bard.
Oh, I love that.
And rather than musical theming, I have smells and aromas for cooking.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
So up next is the Night Gaver. Scabber. I don't know how to pronounce it. Its not gonna one-shot any of our... Let's see, what's its speed, actually?
Sorry, did you say one shot?
Yeah, why would you toss that out in the ether, man? Come on.
40 feet?
It's gonna totally kill you. It's just gonna bite
Not
you
yet.
in half.
You see it impatiently
Too
trying to
many
push past.
people in the way.
Fish
Actually, it's gonna
traffic is a
dash.
thing.
So it's moving and dashing. And it's gonna end up right here by the
Whoa.
cap.
No.
that-
Oh my god.
Oh.
What?
Oh, that's a little too far.
Oh,
Too much
shit.
movement. Right there.
There can only be one cook.
It's going right there. Okay, and that's the end of its turn. It is the captain's turn, and he looks almost excited that this thing got right up next to him. And he's going to draw. You saw he was like reaching for a crossbow, but he's going to draw a greatsword.
Damn, he's just getting right in there. I love it.
Like
Uh,
So it actually opens up, and it's a crossbow inside.
He misses.
oh
Ooh.
man.
Ooh.
Inspired their own persons.
I don't think it would have made much difference. I mean, he has a second attack. Actually, he's gonna take a second swing.
Woo! Yes. Oh.
We love this. Love this.
Dang.
Oh well, that's
I take different swings, but
editor. Make that a 20.
editor, not doing your job. He takes a couple swings at him, and he's frustrated that he's not hitting, and he's going to rage.
Allora is
He's
watching
mad.
this, looks over and is watching this and is wondering if this is the same captain she's heard all these rumors about.
Okay, this guy's sleeping, so he's not going to take a turn. Brown guy just got hit real hard.
Do the sleeping
this-
ones fall behind? Because they
Yeah.
can't keep up with the movement of the ship.
I'm gonna say the ship moves about 20 feet a turn.
Why is no one on the catapult?
The catapult?
It's aimed.
Get some people on the
towards-
catapult.
And as you can see,
It looks like it
not-
can turn.
The NPCs take their turns on 3 of my NPCs' turns. So
you try turning a catapult, see how easy it is.
on the mage's turn, we're gonna have a couple more NPCs go, and on the chef's turn, a few more NPCs are also gonna take their turn. But this guy is taking a bite at you, Zoreth.
Oh, which one?
Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you take. Oh no, that's max.
Oh,
You take
no.
16 damage, piercing damage.
Piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You still up?
Still alive.
I need you to make a
He's
dexterity
not-
saving throw.
He's not your mage.
I know. My characters always have like minimal hit points.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes, a dexterity.
No
saving
advantages or anything, just
Nope,
dexterity.
just a dexterity saving throw.
Come on, big money. Nice.
Nah.
You are not swallowed.
Oh,
Oh man.
Oh my god.
But you can tell it's trying, and that's the end of its turn. It is now our resident mage's turn. She's going to step outside of her cabin, get a glimpse of the brown one trying to swallow you, and she's going to cast polymorph on it.
Ooh.
ooh.
Oh my god, is it gonna turn into a sheep and just float away?
Man.
It fails its saving throw.
Yes!
Nice.
I'm pretty sure it has a horrible, because it's charisma, isn't it?
Oh,
Charisma.
I don't know, actually.
For the purposes of
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure polymorph is a charisma saving throw. It got a 9 total. And it turns into a space fish.
Oh, cool.
Not just a regular fish that would die in that
She
environment.
didn't want it to immediately die and
Well,
become a
It
thing
re-
again.
What
Turns
was she
back
trying
into
to be
a-
merciful for?
Well, if it
Well,
turns, if it dies in its polymorph form, it turns back into whatever it was before.
Yeah, kind
Oh.
of counterintuitive.
Not dead.
Yeah, not dead.
Okay.
It doesn't just die. It's not like
But I respect your thinking, though. That's some good. Want it to
it's
die.
like a dragon.
That's-
There's a dragon 1,000 feet above us. What do we do? Turn it into a goldfish. Just-
I think it's a
Oh, no,
wisdom
now there's a
saving throw,
dragon
by the
right at
way.
our feet.
Alright, it'll take a lot of damage. So this guy's now fish. So I'm gonna mark that on his sheet. He's a snail.
Right.
Space snail.
Space
But I'm
scale.
reading here that polymorph is a wisdom saving throw.
And
Not
at
that
this
you
point,
need to re-roll or
is it?
anything.
I mean, it wouldn't have
Because it's
six.
too late.
Oh, okay.
Its wisdom isn't a bonus, so it would still
Wisdom is
fail.
to 20.
Cool.
No, I've heard DC is higher than 14, so we're
Aha.
good.
Sweet.
At which point you will call out to the captain. Now, what is the plan? Before moving back into the Spelljammer room. And that's the end of her turn. Making it one of these little guys' turns. He's gonna go over here. He's gonna take a bite at you, Allora.
Okay.
Um, well, I have to add his modifier.
Damn it.
Does a 13 hit?
No, it misses.
Okay, it misses. It takes a bite at you, but it's unable. You dodge out of its way. It's the end of its turn.
I
it was
best
the cook's
spend my
turn.
morning waking up to this.
You see the cook arrive, is gonna make it up to the top deck, and she pulls out what it's like a shotgun. She has a shotgun.
This ship's cook is so much cooler than mine.
Yes, better cook.
But if she somehow falls overboard,
She takes a shotgun with her.
at that point, there's only one chef left, and
He's gonna move over to the night scaver, and pump her shotgun and take a shot into it. He's only got one bullet though. Oh, actually, that might still hit. Okay, it doesn't have as high an AC as I thought. Barely, she hits it, and she does 9 damage. Well,
Nice.
plus her modifier, 11 damage.
nice.
That one doesn't look like it's very hurt at the moment. Oh, more crew members. It's not called a ballista. It's I think the mangonel is now being manned by 5 crew members. 4 of which 2 load it, 2 aim it, and 1 person fires it. And they're firing it at this guy. That's not bad.
Ooh,
That hits. They definitely hit it.
19.
Ooh.
And it does damage. It does damage. 25 damage.
Nice.
That one is still flying, but it definitely took the hit. And now it's its turn. It's gonna take a bite at the biggest
Oh.
target.
Oh no, not the chef.
No, better chef.
It got a 18 to hit, and it does hit
Oh god.
Oh no!
for 11 damage. And the chef needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Someone remind me, is a fighter proficient in dexterity saving throws?
Not naturally, unless they've taken something to that effect.
Okay. Then
At least that's as
She-
far as I was aware.
she gets swallowed.
Oh,
I'm
rats.
Well,
She
one
should
chef
know.
left now.
As being a chef, it's either eat or be eaten.
At the end of her turn, we got remaining 3 dudes. One of them is sleeping.
So I just double checked. They're proficient in strength and con saving throws.
Okay, yeah, that checks out. This guy is gonna swim and start harassing these people on the ballista and not hit them. This one's asleep.
Oh my
And this
goodness.
one is going to here. It's going to attack you, Ray.
You may
Taking a
try.
bite. Does a 18 hit?
Oh shit.
Yeah, it hits. Yeah.
You
Owie.
take 10 damage.
Oof.
At the end of its turn is Allora's turn.
Oh my god. Okay, well, feeling sick, I'm going to vomit all over some of these greys, but there's a crew person right in the middle there. So 15-foot cone. I'm really shit at these kind of measurements. Initially, I was going to go... it won't get both of them, because if I spew from here, it, like, just skirts past him. If I spew here, I get this person.
If you went diagonally this direction,
Yeah.
you would get this one and this one without hitting either of your allies.
Okay, I'll do that then. So, I vomit all over them. So they're going to have to take a dex save. And they're going to have to pass 8, 10, 12.
The small one does succeed. The bigger one... Oh wait, that one's currently a thing, isn't it? I forgot. It's a goldfish.
Viewed up on a goldfish? I feel the name now.
I mean, it's just a goldfish. But it's not dexterous, so...
The dex save is actually 15 because it goes off my...
Oh, right, it's his.
Oh, it goes off
Say-
yours. Okay.
Yeah.
The results are the same, because 7 of them die and 11 of them die. So is it full half damage, or is it...
Okay, so I'll just roll it now, and then it'll be full or half, depending on who passed or failed. So 13 for the one that failed, 6 for the one that passed.
That guy is the one that you hit before, and he's a little more hurt. I don't remember how much space goldfish are in here. I just don't know how much hit points they have.
Likely just 1 hit point.
I hope.
Space guppies have 3 hit points. Their amount. That's a good chunk of damage, though. Okay. And as that, he's no longer a guppy.
Okay, so after that, immediately after that, I'm going to spend a key point. So she vomits all of this poisonous, goopy stuff, and anyone near her, it smells of alcohol and, for some strange reason, chili. You don't remember chili being in last night's dinner or this morning's muffins, but who knows what's in the flask that Allora's drinking.
It's
So it
definitely
goes-
a green chili too.
Yeah, there's lots of green, there's bits of corn and carrot in there. You don't remember corn and carrot either, but as you're like, ugh, you hear Allora say, oh, I feel much better, and then she is going to use Flurry of Blows on this grey here.
By the way, it's not the breath weapon isn't a once-off. It's while I keep concentration. So you might feel better
nice.
for a second. It's coming back.
A residual kind of sickness.
So, Flurry of Blows. So I'm just going to do the attacks first, and then whichever, if any of them hit, then I'll roll damage. So attack 1, ooh, 20,
Whoa,
and then attack 2
nice.
for 14.
20 and 14
Dang.
both hit.
Yes! Okay, Damage. First one, 3 bludgeoning, 6. So 9 bludgeoning damage in total as she just unleashes
How do you want to do this?
on this grey.
Ooh.
Yes! Okay, so after she vomits, she just says, oh, I feel a bit better. And then she straightens her posture, cracks her neck. And then anyone close enough swears they can see this little orangey, reddish glow just for a moment travel down her arms. And then she looks like she's about to punch. Well, she does. She punches down on the nose of this grey, holding it shut, and then comes around for a roundhouse kind of king hit, smacking it in the side of the face. And then the side of its face just kind of caves in on itself. Yes.
Nice.
And she's
See
like,
its form fall to the deck, and it's no longer moving.
as she takes a step back, she's like, oh, I don't feel so good again. I think I overdid it. Yeah.
With that, it is Nettie's turn.
Nettie just starts. This is probably the worst one for me. All but one of my spells is verbal. And I use Subtle Spell, I cast Chaos Bolt, and I'm going to go for this one that's swallowed the cook. So, as she shrugs her shoulders, she channels the chaotic energy around her, and anyone who's witnessing will see that there's a little gem on her that's wrapped around her horn that kind of gives a bit of a glow as I use Subtle Magic. I am also going to use my advantage, casting the advantage, so really the chaos is starting to swirl around her a bit, tides of chaos. So I'm going to be pretty much doing at least one wild magic. Do I do 2 wild magics, Sky?
Sure.
Alright,
Or one
so
next to you.
here's the attack.
Oh no. Oh!
Dang.
So that's the attack, so I'll hit him with my
Heck yeah.
Chaos Bolt. Let's see what damage it is. What type? Roll a d8. It's a 4, so that would be force damage. And here's the damage. Okay, so there's the
Nice.
Alright, so 11 force damage to it. So giving it a bit of a punch in the stomach. And now the fun begins.
The magical Heimlich maneuver.
That's the first one, 87. Let's see what this does before we do the next. 87. I cast Fly on a random creature within 60 feet of me. Okay.
A random creature?
A random creature.
Within 60 feet of you?
5 others, so 15. So roll a D. 15.
You can
Anything
roll a D15,
above a
I
10.
think.
Yeah, you can. Alright, so one of the sharks, I guess, gets Fly. It's already got
They can
Fly,
already
so
fly.
it does nothing.
So.
Now,
Nice.
the second random effect, 28. For the next minute, all your spells with a casting time of 1 action are casted as a bonus action.
Dang.
Oh, wow. Oh shit!
That means
But
you can
since
cast
I've-
a bonus action cantrip.
Unfortunately, I have to use my subtle spell because I can't speak.
Right.
Oh, well, your
Oh.
cantrips have verbal components.
That is unfortunate.
Everything has verbal components except for one spell.
Oh, man. Wild
Anyway,
magic
I got-
comes through.
Yeah, I know. Awesome. Alright, so I get my Tide of Magic back, and I just keep pop, 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 as I'll, I think I'll, oh god, there's no good place to move to. I'll stay where I am.
Isn't there one where you just cast a fireball on yourself?
Oh god.
Hmm.
There is that.
Hi, this is the big guy that he was shooting anyways. He's gonna take another shot at the one that has the chef in its mouth. Barely, it misses. And he's gonna mutter something that you can't hear because he's a slime. But he's done. I guess there's other people. So the people manning the ballista are gonna, now that they're being assailed by sharks, are just gonna all swing and they all hit.
Nice.
So
Wow.
17 damage
Oof.
to this one, to this guy right here. And he's looking real rough now after that flurry of blows. But that's the end of their turn, and now it's his turn. He's going, which one did he have hexed? I think it was this one.
Ooh.
He's gonna blast it with another, actually, he's gonna cast Scorching Ray. He crits on one, misses another, hits on the third. So he does,
Yeah, give and take.
and each of them are hexed. So the first one is 66 damage, the third one is 3d6 damage, so 96 damage. 41 damage.
God.
And so you see he sends these 3 blasts of fire at this thing. And as it's trying to like bite into you, Zoreth, one of the bolts goes right into its mouth.
Ooh.
And you see its skull ignite from inside, and it is dead.
Dang.
That was badass.
That was cool.
And that's Laren's turn. As a bonus action, he's going to move his hex to the one that's fully alive. The one attacking you, Ray, is going to be hexed.
Yeah, that's a good
Yes.
idea.
And that's the end of Laren's turn. It is Zoreth's turn.
Okay. How's this one looking?
Very injured.
Very injured. Okay. Do you let us split our movement? So if we have 30 feet of movement, can we...
Like do an attack, like move,
You
attack.
move,
move
attack,
10
and then
feet.
finish moving. Yes, you can split your movement. The
Okay.
system allows it.
But I only really would need to move here, be close enough to it, right? Would
Yeah.
be here. Okay. And that's just 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So move 5. I'll attack. And that's just with hand axe.
Make your
So-
attack roll.
14?
That hits, I think. Yeah, that hits. It's a small
Okay.
one. Roll your damage.
I rolled damage. Do I just click it?
You can click the hand axe and it'll roll the damage for you. 11.
11.
Nice. You finished that one off.
Okay.
Are you moving into the next one? Now its space is freed up.
Well, I will be moving to here. Be in range of this one.
You are in range.
And I have 2 weapon fighting styles, so I can add my ability modifier to the damage of the
Offhand
second.
attack?
And the offhand attack, yes. Using my bonus action, I can make an offhand attack. Right. which would be hand axe again.
Do it, buddy.
That's not it.
Okay.
Dang.
If this were second edition Pathfinder, it would be a crit.
And 6 damage.
Pathfinder.
Dang, I roll a...
Still, 6 is better than 5 and below.
Yeah? Well, that's literally lowest it could be for me.
Dang.
Yeah, yeah, with the strength
That's
and the
fine.
+1 for being a +1 hand axe. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is that the end of your turn?
That will be my... the end of my turn.
Frappuccino. What are you doing?
Uh-oh. I'm wrestling with a monster. And it's a bit unfortunate. There's not much I can do in terms of combat. So, I'll tell you what. I'm going to hop at thee, and I'll unveil my stainless pan.
Stainless.
And I'll
Not
take...
cast iron.
No. And I'll take a pot in my other, and I'll bang them together. I'm gonna cast Thunderclap in its face. Go, shoo! Be gone.
Roll. Is it? What save is it?
It's
Con?
a DC. I think it is con. Let me look. Constitution. What? You may try.
It succeeds.
It tried. Oh man. Okay, well, now it has loud noises in its face, and as a bonus action, I'll cast Healing Word on myself, and that's a D4. So I shall roll a D4. And I can't really do much else, so I think that's going to be my turn. Come on. What the heck? 44.
That's
Huh?
3/4.
Oh! Okay, so 3. Okay, my bad. Total newbie. So 7 plus.
And you add your Christmas. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Those are the amount of dice, not what you're adding to them.
All right. Well, that'll be my turn.
Cool. And that makes it the big guy's turn. It's gonna take a bite at the captain.
Oh god, are we gonna lose that captain?
It hits the captain.
Shit.
But he's raging. It's fine, right?
It's raging. Yeah.
just
Oh
kill it
wow.
from the
Oh wow.
inside.
I mean, I
Yeah.
get really angry about stuff too, but still don't want to be eaten by a shark.
Can't kill the big bad right now. It's like, so the captain's gonna survive.
Plot armor. I like it. Advances the story.
It's 22 piercing damage.
What did you say about plot armor? I think I'd prefer real armor. Thanks.
And he needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which he has advantage on because he is a barbarian. He succeeds.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah,
Ooh,
he succeeds.
Lucky.
He is not swallowed, but that is the end. Oh, bonus actions. He's gonna target Laren with this ability. He fails. He is now frightened.
Uh-oh. It's not good.
But that is the end of its turn. It is now the captain's turn, and he's gonna try to beat the crap out of it. He hits once.
Getting a bit better.
Beginning to think I inspired the wrong person.
And he
Hey,
does...
I'm gonna make use of this as soon as I need it. As soon as I just stop landing, right?
In terms of danger, I think the captain's a little rough at the...
He does 15 damage.
Okay, it's in the 10s. There's hope.
At this point, as Madame Lestar leaves her quarters, you notice that void shape that was seen as the origin of the Scabbers takes form, and you see
First, the big bad.
Uh-oh.
What do we see?
it's
Another
a ways off, but it is approaching quickly. But it's this dark void, and opens one glowing eye. Madame Lavore sees it. It says, "Captain, we must be going. Everyone hold on to something." And she's going to, before she's gonna on her next turn, is going to do something. But that is her warning that she gives to the crew.
Right. Okay.
She sees the chef in the mouth of a thing, and she's gonna cast. She sees it's pretty injured, so she won't hit it with that spell. She's gonna cast Blight, so it's gonna make a con save and fail, pretty bad. And Blight does a good chunk of damage, 8d8 damage.
Oh shit!
I think it's not gonna survive.
Wrong chef.
Oh, thank goodness! I had this whole plan of like jumping on it and beating the crap until it burped her out, but this is much better.
Yeah, 29 damage, and it is no more.
Ooh, thank goodness.
The chef is not looking great, but not terribly.
Yay! Alive.
But she runs back into her quarters, and you assume she meant what she said. And it is this guy's turn. He's gonna take a bite at you, Allora. 17.
Oh, that hits.
These guys are crazy.
8 damage.
And Laura's just like, ah, son of a cow!
Mother heifer.
But that's the end of its turn. And it's now the chef's turn. Gonna move here and take a shot at the big guy and barely hit again. Well, not quite barely this time. 9 damage. And then she's gonna move below deck. And that's the end of her turn. That guy's sleeping. This is the one that's attacking you, Ray. And it's going to continue that.
Just keeps biting.
20.
Oh.
I can take it. Easy town.
6 damage.
Easy. That's like 1 less than what I healed last round. I can do this all day. Easy. These guys are a piece of cake. Or they will be.
Allora, it's your turn.
You gonna turn
Okay.
into cake?
I'm gonna vomit over the side of the ship onto this one here. So can I get a dex save, please?
Yes,
DC
you
15
can.
pass.
Oh!
Ah! Damn it! Alright. So, still will take half damage at least. Bloody hell. They're getting better, they're learning. 8 poison damage. And then...
If it failed, it would have died.
Damn it.
It had already taken some damage.
I guess I might as well finish it off. Alright, I'll spend another key point for Flurry of Blows. Let's see. First attack, second attack. So an 18 and a 16.
Both hit. Roll the
Okay.
first damage first.
Alright, first damage, 3 bludgeoning.
Okay, it is still up.
Okay, second damage, also 3 bludgeoning.
Okay, it is no longer up.
Yes! And then I'm going to move... so let's see. 9, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright. I'm done. Starting to feel a bit sick again, but I'm okay.
Okay.
How long is this gonna last? Didn't even eat anything icky for breakfast.
10
Nettie, it's your
rounds.
turn.
Well, do the same thing as last time. This could be fun. So, let's just do our Chaos Bolt with advantage at... I'm going for the big guy that's after the captain in essence. So yeah, going for this one. Oh, whoops. This one.
Big dude.
So,
Nice.
21
Knight.
hit.
Yes.
Let's see what's the type of damage first. Poison. So, cop 2d8 poison. Oh, that should not be that much.
I rolled the wrong damage against the captain.
I don't know
It's
why
meant
that
to be
roll-
more!
That should
Well, it's
be-
too late. Unless it would help us. Then it's not.
Okay, so that should actually only be... Oh no, that's correct. Okay, cool. I did it right. So that's 8 poison damage to him. As I hold up past my Chaos Bolt, green orb shoots out a lot quicker than I'm used to. And I start hopping around and bubbles start coming out my mouth, and now the chaos starts to rain first. So I've still got my action, is what I'm sort of pretty much getting at, but let's see. 9. I cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell.
Wow.
Okay then.
Nice.
Here comes a 5th level magic missile, which I don't have on my character sheet, so I don't know how many dice that is.
It's 3d4 plus 4d4, right? So 1d4 per level above first. So 7d4.
Alright, I'll just go with that. So roll 7d4. So following the Chaos Bolt comes a whole string of force bolts that hits him for 20
Is it a d4
damage.
plus 1?
Yes.
So it's 20. It's
27.
27.
Okay.
Whoa,
27 points of
nice.
damage. Now, the next level of Chaos, 62.
There's more.
More.
There's always
There's
more.
Okay, for the next minute you must shout when you speak, so the bubbles just got bigger.
Even more bubbles.
Big
Oh
bubbles.
my god! It's like, you know, when Sonic is trying to breathe underwater and he has to go for the giant bubbles.
Alright. And with my hand still held up, I'm like, big bubbles coming out, and I shoot 3 tentacles, 3 multicolored, very vibrant, very bright, sort of, think fluoro-colored tentacles out at the big shark. And one at the mast, so one wraps around the mast and pretty much holds me in place. The other ones go for him in essence, so DC 14 strength save, please.
DC what?
14, so...
It got a 19.
So he's fine. I don't think there's a half damage sort of thing on this. So the tentacles try to wrap around him, but he sort of slaps them away.
Yeah.
But I'm now gripping onto the mast so that I'm held onto, as the mage said.
Cool.
And that's me done.
Plasmoid's turn. He thinks the captain's got this covered. He's got another bite in him at least. He's gonna take a shot at the one by you, Ray. He's
I
gonna
can
mark
do
it.
this.
His hunter's mark he can put on it. And he's gonna shoot it. Ooh!
Nice.
So he does 20 damage.
Very nice.
Dead.
It's dead?
Yeah. These things don't have a lot. The small ones don't have a lot of hit points. And then he's gonna attach himself to this mast right here. But that's the end of his turn. It's Laren's turn. This big guy, oh no, he's dead. That guy's dead. So now it's just the 2 big guys. And he's afraid. He's gonna attempt to hit this guy with a Eldritch Blast and hex him. He misses. He had disadvantage anyways. And he's gonna go into the pilot's quarters as well. Okay, Zoreth, your turn. Oh, the crew didn't move. They're gonna go down here and kind of secure themselves better.
So it's just...
The big guy's the only one
sleepers.
still by the ship.
How well is this guy doing? Like, damage-wise? How's he looking?
He's still got more on him.
Got more. Okay. Weren't they going to move the ship or something? What was the thing that one
You were
character
told
was saying
to
earlier?
hold on.
To hold on.
Hold on tight, essentially, is what instruction you received from the mage. Because she saw, not necessarily the guy next to the ship, but the guy who's approaching from behind.
Right. And to get to here, I'd have to move down the stairs and over and up again. Okay.
If you want to do, like, an athletics or acrobatics check, I allow you to parkour your way up
Leap?
instead of using the stairs. So essentially, like, you go down the stairs this way, but you jump up instead of going
Okay.
around to the other stairs.
So instead of going here,
And then I'll move
then
down and then...
here, I could do... Is it here and here, or just here?
Pretty much just going, like, more straight route.
Well, I only have 30 feet of movement, so I'd end up here
If you succeed on the check, I'll give you a +5.
for an athletics. Okay.
Yeah.
I will make that athletics check.
Alright.
Roll the dice. Nice!
You keep rolling high, you're never gonna use my at this rate. Come on.
Yeah, I was
What?
confident. I get a +6 in athletics.
Alright, so you can make it right
Alright,
there.
well, I guess I'll move to
and that
here.
only takes your movement.
That was my movement. I am casting Hunter's Mark with my bonus action
Nice.
on that. And then... attacking it.
Dab.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh wow.
I'm sad for the wrong reasons, but good job.
That hits.
Yeah, you keep
Okay.
inspiring the wrong person.
Seriously. I mean, I'm glad
So that
it's
hit.
working out for him. Honestly, that helps our case.
Now, of course, there's the hand axe, and then I'll also add the 1d6 for Hunter's Mark. I'll just roll that here. Well, okay, 11.
11. Nice. It is still kicking, except metaphorically, because it does not have legs.
Flapping.
It's still flipping.
That'll be my turn.
Cool. All right, Aaron.
Can I do this? Can I do this? I want to kill it so badly.
Mhm.
All right. So this I assume leads up into the top decks, right? So this will lead me up here.
The
If
stairs.
I go up here, will it lead me right
That
here?
is up here. Yes.
Sweet.
Exactly.
Oh, but there's no room. You guys. I'm cording off that area. If I like go right here, could I like lean over? Oh wait,
You'd
but
be within 5 feet of
Wait a
it.
second. That would get him. That would get the captain too.
You'll be within 5 feet. If you're
Right.
here, you're in 5 feet.
Okay,
you can
5
fit
feet.
it.
That'll also include the captain.
It's a cube within 5 feet of you.
That's unfortunate. That's
Tall is the
unfortunate.
captain? How tall is the captain? Could
You
you
know-
stand on the table and like shoot over the captain?
No, it's within 5 feet of you.
Right, but I was thinking my
Is that
only
your-
combat utility was going to be not. I think Thunder Wave, the cantrip that makes
Or
really
clap.
loud noise.
Mm-hmm.
Thunderclap, yeah.
It's everyone within 5
You
feet
know
of you.
what? He's got a pretty good constitution. He won't mind some loud
God.
noise.
Oh man, you are going to be relegated to dish pig status
Don't
after this.
worry.
You will never cook on this ship again.
I've got this, Captain. Don't worry, I've got it. I'm gonna take my pots and pans and I'm gonna loudly bang them together, aiming more towards. Actually, wait. Oh, never mind. Aimed more towards this way. So it unfortunately hits the captain and the fish.
First, then captain. Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh my
Captain,
god.
you were supposed to win.
Well, I know
You're
it's
gonna be-
silly. He got total a
This is not how
8.
it's supposed to go.
He's got a +7 to his con saves.
Well, I rolled a 1 for thunder damage anyway, so he's fine.
1 thunder damage.
Yeah.
He's not
God.
resistant to thunder damage.
Clink!
And with that, it is now the Night Gaver's turn. And it's going to attack the captain. It actually does less damage than I initially thought. Ooh.
I guess. That's
But
better
it'll
than what it
still
mattered.
hit with a +8. 15 to hit, I think, still hits. So, actually, it's 10 plus dex plus con for barbarians.
Sorry?
For unarmed defense for barbarians, it's strength.
10
It's
plus
their
your dex
10
plus
plus
your
their dexterity plus
con.
constitution.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then it misses. And it's frustrated, but that's all it can do. Making it the captain's turn, he's gonna reckless attack it, giving himself advantage. There's 2d20s and 2d20s.
Oh,
He hits it
nice.
twice.
Nice.
20 damage total.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's the end of its turn. That guy's sleeping. It is now the pilot's turn. And for those of you who have an arcane understanding, you hear her casting what sounds to be, some of you can identify as the haste spell, upcast at a higher level into the Spelljammer, increasing the speed of the ship.
Nice.
So she loses that spell slot. And I need everyone who did not, everyone needs to make a strength saving throw. If you did something on your turn in order to help secure yourself to the deck, you make it with advantage. I think Donut, your spell gives you something, does something for staying attached.
Well, in essence, I'm grappled to the mast.
The ship. Yeah,
so
you can. So I'll
I-
negate that roll for you.
So that's
yeah,
a strength
so
saving throw.
I'll probably make the strength saving throw to see if I keep my foot, but I won't be going off the ship. I'll be
Yeah.
flying around. And go, "Eh." So yeah, I'm going, hey!
I did not time myself to the deck, so I'm hoping that I do okay.
Here is the...
Okay, not bad. 16.
Do I want to add inspiration
Yes.
to that number?
You might.
What are we trying to beat here?
Decent, I think.
Just use it anyway.
Yeah, I'll use it anyways. I'm gonna use that inspiration to add to my
Do it.
strength save.
Really, really.
What do I do? Roll a d6 for it?
Yeah. And since you're using it for a saving throw, you gain a d6 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Nice.
So
Do I
every
roll
roll
another d6
to
for
add-
that, or?
I think it's the same result. Isn't it?
Whatever.
Alright.
It doesn't specify. It's whatever DM wants.
I see. I'd
What
say
is
just add what
DM?
you roll as hit points.
Okay. I rolled a 4. That's now
Nice.
an
4
18.
temporary hit points, and you got an 18. Okay, so Ray.
I knew I was right too.
You and the captain both lose your footing. He didn't do
and the
anything to. He rolled a 6 on the die.
Oh.
Like he has a good strength save. He actually has like a +8 to his strength save, but didn't roll well enough.
It's not so embarrassing.
Mhm.
Me and
So
the
you
leader of this company.
you hit into him and knock him off his balance, and now you're both no longer grounded to the deck of the ship.
Ooh.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw,
Sweet.
and the captain will as well. He has advantage because he can see.
Silvery barbs him. Dexterity. What did I get? Oh man, that's unfortunate. Hey, but it's above a 10.
It is. You don't catch the ship. But as you're about to fly off of it, Yovar, who hasn't done anything this entire combat, jumps off of the mast that he's been clinging to. And you see he like extends these gliding, these folds of skin that he glides towards you. And he catches you and he shoots his grapple at the ship and pulls you back onto the ship.
That's right. He's like the person catcher for the. I know that's not what it's called for the ship. That's cool.
Yes.
You're the first person he's caught off the ship.
Yes!
This is like a special bond.
Aaron is terrified, thinking back to his days aboard
The ship is now going fairly quickly, but as you adjust, you no longer have to. You can move freely at its increased speed, and the two creatures behind are left behind as the ship leaves them. But well
Cool.
done. You guys
Once-
killed a lot more of those things than I was expecting.
Once
Still
Nettie's
different.
feet hit the ground and stops blowing bubbles, she'll stop concentrating on the spell and go and hide in the vents. Anyone can sort of say, "Who are you?" So as soon as Nettie goes and the tentacles all go, you feel better.
Yeah, I feel much, much better. I think maybe I was a little seasick up there. But then again, that mischievous halfling did something. Maybe she made me sick. Or I haven't flown on a spaceship in a while. Maybe it was me. I don't know. I need a drink.
I've got
Yeah.
rocky hands.
You all now have a lot more scaver meat, gray and brown specifically.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Which
I
you don't
look
know
at
how night or
our
void
chef.
scaver taste, but
My hair
and
is
for
just-
just so you all know, because now the combat is over, and I can tell you the CRs of the creatures you were fighting. Gray scavers, the small ones, are a CR 1/4.
Mm-hmm.
Brown scavers, the larger ones, medium-sized ones, are a CR 4 creature, and the night scaver is a CR 5 creature. The one that appeared in the back is a CR 11 creature.
easy.
I can take
Is why
Easy, yeah,
you
I
have
can tell
but it has a lot of hit points. And the Night Scaver also has a lot more hit points than I was expecting. You did 100 damage to it, 101,
Nice.
but it still had, actually only had 13 hit points left.
If only
So it's
the
close.
tentacles had have hit, that would have done it.
I was getting ready to like beat the crap out of it. Like jump on it and start.
So was
pummeling.
I put Hunter's Mark on it. I was like, all right, now's the time.
Well, you can track it. You know it's behind you somewhere.
That's right.
Yeah, you can just shoot at it as we.
And
As
because it's marked, you can you see after about how long does Hunter's Mark last?
Like an hour, I think.
Here. Last for an hour.
Okay.
Gives me advantage on
After about
wisdom,
40 minutes.
perception or survival.
Um,
On a check, I
it-
make them find it.
yeah, after about 40 minutes, it's you don't think it's following you anymore.
Alright.
I think
Yeah,
that's
big
where
long
we'll
god.
end this
In
session.
a nice
there.
long session.
That was a good
Yeah.
session.
That was so
Well,
fun.
It took a little
Thank you,
bit to get started, but
That's all good.
Like
It was.
Discord.
It,
good Discord.
yeah, it
That was
wasn't
fun.
the whole way Discord started was unanticipated. I think. No, that was really awesome. It was super keen for next time, and yeah, that was really great, Sky. I really enjoyed that. It was like super fun.
Yeah, thanks for DMing, Sky.
Thanks.
Can't wait
Yeah,
for the next
thank
section.
Yeah,
you.
thanks a heap, Sky.
I
Yeah.
think this is my
Let us-
first time in like DMing in this capacity.
Is-
Well,
Let
you
us know
did
when the
an
next game
excellent
is.
job.
But
Yeah. Are we gonna do next Friday, same time, or
I
Triport?
think so. I think
That'll
works
be another
best.
month.
Oh,
no.
no,
He's being
next
sarcastic.
Friday I will be.
Oh, okay.
I really do have to go though, so pleasure to.
Sorry for
Good night,
keeping you so
Donut.
long, but
All
See you
right.
later.
Yeah, bye, guys.
See you guys. Ending
Bye,
our report.
everyone. Thanks
Have a good
again.
one, folks. Bye-bye.
See
you
ya.
too.